Sure.
Guys, don't forget, a 58-year-old Frank Ribery is still playing on the wing and still moving fast.
But Xavi's still man. Xavi's still
Kylian Mbappe is not the black Milan or black Mark. It's the black Mario Balotelli.
That makes no sense. Yes, Abdullahi, that was you. Okay, that's you. Okay, yes. So you're fully stapled in it. So guys, man, welcome to the Saturday Hangout, man, where we've got a nice.
Richie, do you just clip the black Balotelli? Why?
Abdullahi,
Why?
Can you mute your mic? I'm trying to do the intro. So, guys, welcome, man, to this Saturday show, the Saturday Hangout, the best flipping Hangouts football show that we've had in this flipping world. Going into our 50th year, blah, 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 blah. So, guys, let's just tell you what's supposed to go ahead. So, we're gonna talk about United. Yes. We're gonna talk about United. We're gonna talk about Griezmann. Do we need to revisit Griezmann? Is Griezmann finally repaying his debt to Barcelona? We're going to talk about Mourinho. Is Mourinho, in fact, finished and done? 2010. Neymar, he signed a 4-year contract extension. Ahmad, please explain. Let's talk more about that. But I think the bulk of this show is going to be focused on Man City v Liverpool. That's going to be our main topic we're going to dissect and go into. So the other ones are just a preliminary, just, get your feet wet and so forth before we go into the nitty-gritty and so forth. And maybe we'll even talk about people insulting my hairline because I tweeted about Cristiano. Maybe we'll talk about...
Are we going to talk about UCL or no?
UCL is Sunday. UCL is Sunday. Every Sunday. UCL is every Sunday. So without... Let's start first with our first thing, since it's the latest thing that happened. So I want to see what you guys have to say about this man. Man United. They drew against Everton. Fergie time came against them. And here's my thing, and for me, this one, so for this preliminary stuff, anybody can jump in. Here's my take here. United fans have been desperate. They've been desperate for success because they've suffered for so long. They have been desperate for the Alex Ferguson days where they had trophy after trophy, where there was rarely a time where they finished a year without being trophyless. At the very hint and sense that they could actually be in the title race, they went crazy. And I try to remind people that United can't be taken seriously. This team cannot be taken seriously to win the title. The only team that can say what's up to them is Liverpool, or if Chelsea actually had the managers to start the whole season. So my thing here is that United fans, this is a dose of reality. And I believe that you can call it juju, white magic, or so forth, which I may have used. United's title challenge is officially 100% over. But my key question is that was it ever realistic to even begin with? Were they ever supposed to be taken seriously to begin with? Or was it just United fans with a desperate attempt to push forth a false narrative and a false agenda that the Manchester United of the Fergie days were back? But I told you the truth. I tried to warn you, but you called me a hater. You called me hating on you people. Look where we are right now. Points dropped, and we'll get to City, because if City win on Sunday right now, I think they should just give homeboys the freaking title. So anybody can jump in. Is the title challenge now over for Man United? Is it finished? Is it done?
The title, who's that?
Oh, wait.
Who's that?
No. Let's. Undisputed, please, before I get marked. Eric, talk to me.
Look, this sorry, this is pretty funny, because there was never a title race for this team called
They said there was, Eric. They said there was. They told me there was a title race.
It's a joke. There's never, United were never in this title race. I kept saying it from day one. These people were never in a title race. Their best hope is second or third, top four. That's what they want. They were never in this title race. Man City have a game in hand, by the way.
Yes, sir.
They were supposed to win this game to be within 3 points. And Man City are going to win that game in hand. Man City have won 19 games in a row. So they're going to win that game in hand. And they're going to be 7 points clear? There was never a title race. The only team who were good enough, who could have any sort of consistency to compete with Man City was Liverpool. And I actually thought it was the other way around. I thought it would be the other way around, that Liverpool would be in Man City's position and Man City would be trying to challenge Liverpool. But Liverpool are like 11. How many points are Liverpool off? They might not be a title race. They might not be a title. I mean, Sergio, they might not be a title race. If Man City beats Liverpool tomorrow, it's over.
Finish.
If Man City beat Liverpool, it's over. Yeah, there's no title race. So United were never in the conversation. This was just a nice, something to make the fans happy for the time being, and they can have some sort of nostalgia about the glory days.
How can you say United not in the time?
Red Devil, mute your freaking mic right now. Red Devil, you have your time to talk. Mute your freaking mic.
I can answer that question very easily. I just told you. The only teams that are realistically going to be consistent enough to win this title, who have the quality in their team, are Man City and Liverpool. That's the fact. Liverpool,
based on what for Liverpool? Based on not being able to beat teams in the bottom six on consistency.
He said quality. In terms of quality, Red Devil, you will have your time. Red Devil,
it's fine. It's fine. I can answer you.
This man, Eric,
I can answer your question.
Eric, talk.
Go on, Eric.
Yes. This season, not so much. This season, they've been inconsistent, but they've also had a lot of.
Yeah, we're talking about this season, though. We're not talking about you. We're talking about this season.
Yes, but what we're saying this season is based on previous history.
Someone is triggered.
No, I'm trying to.
No, we're talking about this season. Like I'm saying is that you're saying United will never. Obviously, United fans at the start of the season, no one said United were going to challenge for the title. If you can find United fans that were saying that at the beginning of the season, just please let me know. And the same in the comments.
Why? Okay, my question to you, why is that? Why was nobody saying United were in the title race before the season started?
The majority of the reason is because we didn't get the transfers, obviously, that we wanted. The reason why...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Right, sure.
That's the reality. That's what people were saying. You said ask the question. That's why they were saying it.
So because you didn't get Sancho.
No, wait, Eric, ignore it.
Eric.
Right, so you're saying right now. So Eric, as of right now, officially. So you say United were never in a title race to begin with?
United were never in the title race. They were never in the title race. This is, I mean, anybody who understands how these things work, if you just think a little bit about this stuff, it's easy to say that. The squad they have is a top 4 squad. They have a good team. I'm not going to say they've overachieved. They have definitely, they have deserved to be where they are, but they were never realistically going to win the title this season. That's just the reality.
See, my thing is this. It's before I come to lead level Ludio. You see, it's stuff like this. Shout out to our mod here, Mr. Sergio. Do you know how many times I saw this nonsense all over Twitter? Do you know how many times I saw this rubbish all over Twitter? I said, wait a minute. You've not sniffed a title since 2011, since Fergie left, and I saw 21. Red Devil, can you mute your mic? Red Devil, can you mute your mic? Lead Level, can you mute your mic?
Red Devil is triggered.
Lead Level, thank you very much. Lead Level, you will have your time to talk. First, mute your mic. Do you know how many times I saw this nonsense all over social media? Do you know how many times people said hashtag 21 incoming, hashtag 21, Man United are back, we're now in the title race, take us seriously? I was like, whoa, okay. Are you sure? Because see, where Eric says that you have to look at things beyond what you just see on face value. And this just comes from just watching football and having an experience of watching football. Anybody that's new, forget what the table says. Forget what the hell the table looks like. They were never realistically in the title race. Mathematically, Villa could have been in the title race mathematically, but nobody was ever saying Villa were realistically in the title race.
Oh, come on! No, this is reactionary now. This is reactionary. Come on, like
Red Devil. Wait. Okay. Let me just hit this boy for Red Devil. Nata, thanks for the dub. Their tears are at Tin Pot Club. Manchester is blue. Okay, lead level. Okay.
First and foremost.
No. Lead level. I'm going to ask you the question before you start saying any nonsense. Lead level. The first question is this, and I want you to answer this question first before you go off on your rants. Can you now admit United are out of the title race?
How can
level? It's a very simple.
No. You cannot say
no question.
It's just good because you cannot say that Liverpool and the title are in a title race okay, if they beat City,
He never said that.
There might not be a title race.
Let
Let
level
me finish.
can answer the simple question. No,
There
wait.
might not
Let
be a
level.
title race. Just say.
Wait. Let level. I don't want just answer. It's a yes or a no.
Okay.
Then you can say whatever you want. Yes or no? Are United officially out of the title race? Yes or
Yeah,
no?
we're not in a title race. We're not in a title race. That's not what
That
we've
better
been
not be reverse
discussing.
psychology, man.
Yeah, no, we're not in a
Using
title
reverse
race.
psychology.
We're not in a no, we're not in a title race. We're not in a
That is
title
useless,
race.
man.
No, we're not. And you know,
Talk, man,
I said Liverpool and Chelsea were title favourites. I've said that from the start. You know that. I've never said United were in a title race. I've always said Liverpool and Chelsea were title favourites. Everyone who's heard me knows I've said that. So I want to make that point nice and clear. I have never said United were going to win this title to anyone. Chelsea, Liverpool, given what you guys did in the summer, well, Chelsea more so.
Red level, you're a bold-faced liar.
It's not. That's
red
not
level.
bold. I've
Red
never
level,
said
you're a
the word.
foolish because I
never
can
said
bring up
the
the
word.
receipts. No, wait, I can bring up the receipts where you said that. Wait, how come United can't be taken seriously as title challengers? And look at United's form and so forth.
I never said they were going to win the title, though, did I? I never.
But you did. You said they were in the title conversation. They were in the title race. Yes or no? Did you say United were in the title race? Yes or no?
Are we talking about like what's interpretation here? We're talking about like Chelsea semis minimum. They're gonna with all the like that
He's
type of.
asking you if how you reacted to United's
Look at how those
position
guys just diverting.
when they were top of the table. What did you think?
Yes, when I was top of the table, when they were top of the table, what I basically said was based on what we can on the evidence we can see, United, can challenge based on the evidence. But what I disagree with, I think your point was that you're saying you're looking at the previous season, going based on the previous season, that United couldn't challenge, in a sense, ignoring what United are doing this season. Now, of course, I'm pissed. We lost because obviously the only reason why we're doing this is because we conceded the last one of the game, and we didn't. It's not like we lost to Everton. It sucks. It's annoying, and Maguire is a brick.
Ooh, easy. Respect a convicted criminal. Respect
Because-
a captain.
because-
Respect a convicted criminal.
Because context is important because everyone's saying the team something like everyone knows, every United fan knows that if Eric Bailly was on that pitch, that doesn't happen. And every United fan knows that the biggest issue with United obviously is it's always been the centre backs, always. So I actually said, and I'm going
so why Maguire specifically over Lindelof? Just elaborate why you're putting it on Maguire.
Well, the main reason why I was going on Maguire is predominantly because he's the captain. There's the leadership there, and to be honest, for like before we conceded the third goal, I remember there was something, if anyone watched it, where like I think it was Richarlison. He tried to foul him. So we got on his he got in quote fouled on his back. I think Richarlison was through on goal and he just missed it.
No. It's, like Calvert-Lewin puts pressure on Maguire. Maguire fell down, then Richarlison.
And you just kind of like, what are you doing? What kind of? And even for the third goal, he tried to play offside, got himself caught. So he,
So that was okay for that third goal. Who was to blame specifically for that third goal?
I think Maguire was to blame because he got him on. He played. I can't remember was it Lewin onside or whatever. But to be honest, for me, it's the same reason when Barcelona got hammered by Munich. I put a lot of emphasis on Messi because fundamentally he's the captain, and especially in that position, your job is to organize the defense. And we know that Lindelof and Maguire just can't work. It just doesn't work. So I know for a fact that if Bay was playing, if we had us, this wouldn't be an issue.
Red. Is Bay injured? Is he injured?
Yeah, he had a knock. That's why I said something like, to be honest, realistically for United, this is me being just like right now, is that we were never going to. I thought going into January, if I'm honest, that I would in January to actually buy a centre back. Because with a centre-back, with a quick centre-back, McCann, I thought with that, I think we could actually go on to challenge because that's been our main weak area. Because to be honest, we scored some pretty good G's in that game. It was quite entertaining. We weren't crap. But we didn't. And the same issues were exposed. And I think the board and I think United fans thought that because Eric Bailly was playing well, because something were playing well, that we were going to clock on. But they forgot the reality that we have injury prone.
Wait, before I get to the guys in, title race. You still believe that your boys are in the title race or no after this draw?
Well, the thing is, okay, so the way I kind of see is that, okay, let's say if Liverpool beat City, right? Mm-hmm. And then we go and beat City at the Etihad, for example, that's 6 points.
Okay. If City beats Liverpool on Sunday,
it's over. It's over. It's over for me.
Okay, that's
if
fair.
Liverpool beats City, you can't say it's completely.
Can I go next?
I would say.
Okay, Jamal, talk to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we start this topic,
Wait,
I just want to say
actually,
two
sorry.
things.
Okay, no, go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, I just want to say Greenish is that dude. And guys, I could be wrong, but I'm only hearing English fans hyping him up. I'm not seeing any English pundits hyping him up. I could be wrong, but yeah. And guys, as bad as all of we are, Arsenal will always be Banter FC, guys. Don't worry, we will not. Arsenal will always be there. Anytime you feel bad, anytime you feel down, let's watch Arsenal.
Thanks, Jamal. That makes me feel a lot better, Jamal. I appreciate that, man.
So, and anybody else wants to jump in on this United thing?
I'm gonna say that now.
Wait. Okay, Jamal, then Undisputed Jamal.
Yeah, I'm gonna say about that. Yeah, guys, the title race is over. The reason is because, guys, when you watch a title team, Manchester City, they only conceded 13 goals, and they could actually string 5 games in a row together. When you watch Manchester United, they literally win a game after they blow the full-time whistle. They're getting penalties. They do not look like a title-winning side. They look like luck. I know some of it is good performance and good management, but if you watch how they stumble upon first and in this title race, it's things like last-minute goals.
Jamal,
the
same with Liverpool last season.
Yeah, I will reach to Liverpool. Yeah, they're not looking stable, and they actually got 6 against Tottenham. Guys, remember the last time a champion gets 6? It don't happen. So they do not look like a title team. So do Liverpool. So yeah, man. So it's over. They should just wrap it up. Yeah.
Jamal,
I just
Liverpool
find
played
it
the same
ironic.
last year.
Oh, sorry. I just find it ironic that Red Devil Studios would use Bai's injury as an excuse and then go on to ignore the fact that we've lost all our center backs for its season-ending injuries. So
I never said that was an excuse for you guys, though.
So, okay, so understood. So your thoughts? So I United are out of it then.
Yeah, they're out of it. Their defense is really, really bad, and as Jamal said, when you can't always rely on getting penalties in the 115th minutes, like 15 minutes after the referee has blown the whistle. It just doesn't work like that.
I mean, we scored 3 legit goals today. Come on, we're not just penalty.
Yeah, but it's about the previous games.
Come on. When was the last time you scored 3 goals in the game?
Guys,
against Tottenham, actually, last
week. Wait, guys, easy, one at a time. So, Abdullahi wanted to speak on this.
HH, it be like say we get problem for you. It be like say we get problem. United first go kill us. It be like say we get problem. When Lampard was taking over Chelsea, I took my help. Like I was angry, pissed off. Then a little bit calm down. This is what United fans don't understand. This is EPL. So I can understand United fans gassing over winning the league, and they started this thing when they started staging points together, winning matches. I was like, I remember I told you everything, and I told you, I said this: United will not win this league because they will fade off. Because this team, I always see 2 individual players in this team that can win them title. It's Paul Pogba when he's fit, and Bruno Fernandes.
That was a problem.
Bruno Fernandes.
For instance, Pogba being injured, there's a possibility that could contribute. But yeah, go on.
Labiu, Pogba, and Bruno Fernandes is only 2 players that can resurrect United into winning Premier League. If those two players are out of the United team, they are Class A. I do not know why they are playing 85 million for Harry Maguire. Is Harry Maguire really better than Thiago Silva? I don't think so.
He's from the road. The guy's from the
road. I don't
road.
think so.
He's from the road.
Is Harry Maguire really better than Kozuma and Chelsea? I don't think so. So I don't know why they paid 85 million. Yeah, I don't know why they paid 85 million for an English defender. And for me, this is the problem. English players, we have better central back in England that are far better than Harry Maguire.
100 million on Havertz. 100 million on Havertz.
See,
Havertz is
this is
21.
the difference between Kai
Havertz is
Havertz and Harry Maguire. Havertz is a midfield and he's an attacking player. Harry Maguire is a defender and he's even a captain. So, you know, as a captain, you have to have a leadership.
And also, how old is Maguire? How old is Maguire?
27.
Guys, one at a time. Guys, I'm going to start meeting guys, man. One at a time.
I think 24, 25.
No, he's 27.
27?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not young.
He's 27 and Kai Havertz is 21. Look at the difference, actually. There's a difference in that. And he's a midfielder and Harry Maguire is a defender. So the problem with United fans is when they win matches, they started kind of getting their hopes off. This is it. They need to be humble. Know your limit. I beg. Arsenal FC know their limit. Liverpool too have been humble this year. They know where their problem is. They be humble. United fans, be humble, please. This winning of title, be humble. You can't, when you want to win a title, you win a title. Be humble. Apart from you, other United fans have been gassing up. Like, 21 is coming.
Arrogant. The arrogance is too much. The arrogance
21 is coming on. Only Red Devil is saying this team will not win the league, and people kind of go on Red Devil and say it's being negative.
Like, hold it right there. Red Devil is doing that because he's using my reverse psychology. Red Devil is part of all of these useless people.
No.
Is income.
I've said
can I finish? Can I land? Thank you. Red Devil is part of all the same people. He's only using that because he's using cheap-ass reverse psychology. So I don't be fooled by Red Devil being this kind of humble, sensible United fan. It's all lies.
Yeah. So the problem is, they have to be humble. It's very, very important. Humbleness is key. They have to be very humble. You can't win, when you say you want to become champion, you have to win after maybe like around April or May. That's when you can say yes, we can become a champion. It's too early. It's February at the moment, and look at the Premier League table. So the point gap between first to fifth or sixth is not that much. It can still be catchable. So the problem is, they need to be humble. They don't. This kind of 21 is coming home. Is this no? No. Every manager have difficulties, and we can see it today.
Okay. So let me just hit some of these super chats. So shout out to your boy Jimbo Jones, who said letter level is fuming. Oh yes, he is.
Of course.
Jimbo Jones again says no. I think I already answered this before. So guys, remember, guys, all you need to do to join, click the freaking link. Okay, it's free to join, but StreamYard only has a 10-person minimum, so you have to be quick when you click the link. But if there is a free space, I'll always tell you if there's a free space. Nata, again, thank you for the dub, who says United have conceded 3 goals in 1 game. City have conceded 3 goals in the last 12 games. That's all you need to know. And as I said again,
I want to say something. I want to ask Red Devil something, please. Red Devil, I think this is high time United fans don't agree. David DJ is finished. It's done. I don't know why Dean Anderson is not the number 1 of United and it's not the number 1 of England. Pickford is no better than Dean Anderson. I'm saying I will be happy as a Chelsea fan getting Dean Anderson than getting Eduardo Mendy. I'm being serious because that guy is a top tier goalkeeper. I don't know why.
If Pickford was playing this game, United would have won. Let's not talk about Pickford being.
No. That's why I said Dean Anderson should have kept idle. David just finished. It's done. It's class. It's done. I don't know. HH. You need to rank David J. You need to put him in induction.
That Olsen guy is trash.
Oh, he's trash.
Did you see what he did for that second goal?
No, the third goal.
The third goal.
Yeah.
The heck?
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
He could have done better for Bruno Fernandes.
Okay, so guys, we're moving. So next topic right now, man.
Can I say something?
Go for it. I'm gonna talk to me.
I need to say 3 things. First of all, Chelsea fans shouldn't talk because I saw worse things. I saw treble. I didn't say
Ahmad.
I didn't say treble.
Get the clips.
It's not me. I didn't say treble. You know me.
Tread very carefully. Ahmad, tread very carefully.
I did not say that.
Hey, I just said Ahmad, tread very carefully with what you say because your club have still yet to win a Champions League. But please continue.
Okay. And the second thing is, how can Undisputed and Jamal say that United only scored last-minute goals when Liverpool, the only thing they did last season when they won the league was to score last-minute goals?
Did you know by how many points we won the league last year? It was pretty convincing.
But,
I mean, United are trailing.
No,
right now,
I didn't say that they would win the league. I just said that your opinion on it is that they won't win the league because they score last-minute goals.
They score lucky penalties. We didn't rely on penalties.
What's your third point?
And the third point is, how can UH say that United was never in a title challenge. That's crazy to me. How?
No,
They
I
were
said
top of
that.
the league by-
No, Ahmed, can I tell you why? Because it's not about what the table says. It's about what is the team.
Yeah.
And do you really believe that this team that you see here can go on a consistent winning run like a Liverpool have done in previous years or like have City have done it in previous years? And the answer is no. So it doesn't matter what they're doing where they are right now. Is how good can they be as the game goes on? How consistent can they be?
No, but that's different because that's who you think will win the league. Like, I never thought that United would win the league with Maguire at the back, but they're still title contenders because they are top of the league. So it's a different thing.
Bro,
Who you
everybody's
think will win the
title
league and who's title
contenders,
contenders?
No.
Everton title contenders.
Wouldn't you consider Liverpool title contenders because they're pretty close to the top?
Nope.
Not
Not
this
this
one,
year.
no.
Next season.
No, because it's about what the team looks like and whether you can forecast to see whether this team can be consistent. For United, I always knew that this is not something that can last, and this is not something where this team can be at pace with Man City.
But it's also based on points, though. To be fair, because to be fair, in the last couple of seasons, well, I genuinely agree with what everyone's saying. What I would still say though is that with previous seasons, like Liverpool and City last time, well, okay, not the one when City and Liverpool were close, but when City dominated, I think in 2016 and Liverpool last year.
No, 2017.
2017.
2018, that season, when they won by 100 points.
Yeah. In those two seasons, it was clear there was no title race because these guys were like I think 18 games into last season, Liverpool like 10, 15 points to clear of second. In this instance, yes, Manchester City are the most informed team, but it's not like they are ahead of Liverpool and City by like double-digit points or something like that. So, based on
if they win tomorrow, I think
wait. Because I want to bring these guys. So, Jimbo Jones, is your mic working then, Jimbo Jones?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. So, based off the United dropping points and everything, so do you believe that United are out of the title race, or did you ever take United seriously being in the title race to even begin with prior to this Everton game?
Let's be honest. United have always been in the title race. Let's be honest. Come on. It's between them and City. Let's be honest. Come on.
No.
You can make a point, but
Chelsea are title favourites, man.
Wait. 7 injuries. Come on. Liverpool have 7 injuries, and it's just between Man United and Man City.
No, but United's football is never sustainable.
Yeah.
What? But they're second. They're still keeping up with City. It's
No. But Jimbo, Jimbo. My question to you is this: looking at that United team and knowing that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a manager, did you truly believe that this team could keep up to pace with Man City, a team who had 198 points over 2 seasons?
No, I wanted them to lose. I wanted to keep losing. They didn't keep losing, and they kept winning. So, like,
okay, they were winning. Were their wins as convincing as Man City's wins? As Nasser just told us, Man City have conceded 3 goals in 12 games?
Yeah.
And look at how many they've City look like if these guys are like they can't be touched, and we know of their quality because these are guys that did 196 points over 2 seasons. United, they just got here.
No, HH, let's be real. It's the signing of Ruben Diaz. It's the signing of Ruben Diaz that has made City, that has solidified that defense. Because let's be real, last season, and one of the reasons why Liverpool, I think, pitched the title last season was because City's defense was a break. They lost several more games.
Did they have 198 points prior to last season?
No, but HH, that's such a weak argument. HH, that's such a weak argument.
Wait. So, one at a time. Okay, let me go back to Jimbo.
Chat me.
Yeah. Jimbo, go.
I think. Listen, City have not won 9-0. That's something. Man United keep winning. That's the thing. They keep winning.
Come on.
Are you really gonna say 9-0?
I don't want to admit.
Let him land.
Let me land, bro. I'm an Arsenal fan, bro. I don't want to see this, but they keep winning, bro. They're up
They
there.
didn't win today.
They didn't win today, but they were kind of unlucky, man. They had like 15 attempts compared to Everton's like 5 attempts. Come on, let's be real. Come on.
Okay, yeah, Ahmad. Talk to me, Ahmad.
Okay, who has been dominating Serie A for 10 years? And who has the better squad? Yes, and who, between AC Milan and Juventus, who has the better squad? Juventus.
Of course, Juventus.
Yes.
So wouldn't you say that AC Milan is title contenders then?
No.
No, I would
AC
say so.
What?
I would say
So
so.
AC Milan
No.
is a title contender.
I would say so.
No, Ahmad. Ahmad. I'll tell you even right now that Hazem, is the biggest Milan fanboy. He even said, you know what? Let's just get top 4. This is war. But
They are
Hazem
still
even says
title
that.
contenders.
But Hazem even says that this cannot be sustainable. If Milan, basically, it's a miracle what Milan are doing, and for me, it's even now that we're in January, it's hard for me to say they're title contenders because you just don't have the kind of deep squad that Juve have. So, put it this way, Ahmad. I can promise you, I can almost put money down. If I had any money, I could put any money down. When we get to the end of the Serie season, it's going to either be Juventus or Inter Milan. I can always bet you that Milan are not winning that Serie. I can bet you. Yeah.
Can I ask Jimbo a question?
Wait, let me go
Yeah,
first.
that's one.
Okay.
It's Kojo.
Kojo.
Yeah. Where do you see Milan finishing, honestly, this season? By the time it hits May, where do you see Milan finishing?
3rd or 4th.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That's the reason.
Third
I
or
can see that.
But they're definitely not finishing top 2. I can
They will
almost
still
guarantee.
compete. That's the thing. That's the definition of title
No,
contenders. They compete for a title.
but Ahmad, my thing
also
about it
depends.
is okay. My argument about this is that there are title contenders based on what the table looks like mathematically, and there is us using our football brain and our history of watching football and say, realistically, are these guys could these guys really win the title based on who they're facing against?
Yeah, but that's your opinion. Who will win
Based
the
on
league?
football,
That's
break, Chelsea are title contenders then because they have the strongest squad going in.
Red Devil,
Yeah, Jamal,
you need
sorry.
your flipping mic, man. Okay, look.
Yeah,
Wait,
Now,
let's.
this one last simple question.
Okay, last thing, Jamal. Last before we move on, Jamal.
Jimbo, you said you are Arsenal fan.
Arsenal, bro.
Let's see where this is going.
The last time your team was relevant was in 04.
What is it for anything, bro? What is it about the title?
It was 02 years.
What I'm saying is, I hate to see United are doing well, but they are, man. They are. Oli is doing well. Oli had Ancelotti, who's won 3 Champions Leagues. He had him on ropes, bro. Can you be realistic?
Jimbo, don't you dare do that.
Everton.
Jimbo, he's coaching Everton. No, Jimbo.
Yeah.
Let us show some respect to Carlo Ancelotti and what he did with AC Milan and Real Madrid with Kaká, Shevchenko, Cristiano, Modric, Dominic Calvert-What?
Listen,
Calvert-What?
how needed is tactics? Do we need tactics if Oli is second? How necessary is tactics?
Jumbo, I disagree because if Dominic Calvert-Lewin scored in the first half, he missed 1-on-1. It should have been 4-3 or 5-4 to Everton. So you can't just blame Ancelotti on that. Ancelotti is a far better manager than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. No, you gotta stop that. If Dominic Calvert-Lewin scored that goal in the first half, it should have ended in 4-3 or 5-4.
He beat him at Goodison and knocked him out of the Carabao Cup. What are you talking about?
Red Devil. No. Okay. Move on. So guys,
let's move on. Yeah, move on.
Let's move on.
I don't care about United.
so I want to talk about Griezmann now.
Okay.
Not Hazard.
Here, relax. So Griezmann. Now, my thing here was this: is that I called Griezmann one of the biggest flops in transfer history. Now I think that may be surpassed by so. Because it was between Griezmann and between both of these guys as being the biggest flops. But based on what Griezmann is doing, it might be that is the guy right now. So my thing is this. He's scored a few goals, clutch goals, winning goals. And I always said that Messi needs a co-pilot. He needs someone to help and assist him if Barcelona are going to do anything with regards to La Liga or to say something in the CL. So for Griezmann, do you believe right now that Antoine Griezmann is slowly paying back his huge fee and actually living up to the massive expectation and hype he had from him for Barcelona? Or do you believe that no, he's not shown anything yet? He's not really shown anything in a big game against top competition. And until he shows something against top competition, then we don't know whether he's a flop or not. Because yes, he scored like a few goals against Granada. It's Granada. Okay? So what are you going to do against Real, against Atletico, or against PSG in a few weeks' time? So with Griezmann, without Griezmann is doing so far, are you sold that, yes, he's finally showing what quality he is? Or do you still think that the guy is still a French side chick like he always was? Because it was really Mbappe who really gave him that World Cup. Who wants to jump in first?
Respect the World Cup winner, first of all. Scored in a World Cup final. Top scorer in the
Undisputed,
Euros.
Undisputed, hold up. Undisputed, wait right there. Was that a penalty, yes or no, that he scored? Was it a penalty?
He scored a free kick too. He scored a free kick too.
It's an own goal.
In the final, it
was already heading on target.
Okay, continue.
That was also. You're such an international football merchant, but Griezmann has shown, what he's done. Also, if he wins a Champions League as well, we're talking horseman here. If he wins a Champions League,
relax.
He was world class at Atletico. Let's be real.
No,
he was.
Ballon d'Or.
He was.
Oh,
world class.
Oh, no.
He was world class.
He was world class.
Never, ever world class.
So you're saying at the time, June 2015,
You said
2017, he was on top 5 forward.
World class.
Third best player.
Of course, he was world class. Of course, he was
No.
world class.
Don't use that Ballon d'Or. No. How was he world class at Atletico when he was literally a side chick to Costa, and all he was there was he was a system merchant. He was reliant on Simeone's system.
Okay, 2016 knocked Barcelona out without Costa.
What did you do in the Euro final? What did you do in the Euro final? What did you do in the Euro final? No. Say it with your chest. What did you do in the Euro final? But still, who missed the penalty in the CL final in 2016? I can't remember.
Oh,
who was it? Did you know who he was?
Without Griezmann, they don't reach the final.
Who was it? I can't remember the name. Who was it? Who missed the penalty?
Get the post, by the way.
Thought as much. Please continue.
Everything he did at Atletico, he carried them to that 2016 final. Okay, so he didn't perform in the final, but without him, they don't reach that final.
He didn't carry no one. He didn't carry anyone.
What about Godin?
Wait, let me land.
He finished third in the Ballon d'Or that year.
Okay, I'm sorry.
2018 carried them to a UEFA Cup victory, Europa League, which counts if you're talking about the other guys. So I don't see why it shouldn't count for Griezmann. Was clutch for France at the World Cup. Was very, very good at the Euros, apart from the final. And I think the problem with Griezmann is that he's not aesthetically pleasing to watch, like the other guy, which I think is he's not like a dribbler, which HH is very biased towards dribblers.
No, undisputed.
Hazard, Jamal. Hazard.
Undisputed. Ignore him. So undisputed. So first off, all he said about everything he said before is a lie. So I don't want just to clear that up. So do you believe that Griezmann is finally balling for Barcelona, or he's not done anything yet? He needs to show up in big money time for Barca before we know whether this was a flop of a move or a successful move.
He does need to show up. He hasn't shown enough yet. He does need to show up in bigger games. But yeah, but it's a good start. He actually has a position now, so I think he'll do well. He is World Cup winner after all, top 3 Ballon d'Or, top 3 Ballon d'Or. Don't forget that.
Mbappe and Pogba. Ahmad, talk to me.
I've just realized the fact that you said he's the biggest flop of all time and that he wasn't world class. You have an agenda against him, 100%.
I was gonna say that.
How can you say that he's the biggest flop of all time when you have Coutinho in that Barca team?
Can I respond?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Griezmann called himself the 3rd best player in the world. Let me land. So when you do that, there's a target on your back by your boy H.H. Halfhope. Based off the hype that was surrounding him, based how much he touted himself and so forth, which Coutinho didn't do, I'm like, oh, you think you're that dude? You think you're the the best in the world? You think you're behind Messi and Cristiano, 2 international flops? Let us see what you do for Barcelona. So the fact that based off his preaching, he's not shown up, bro.
Okay, so the expectation you guys had on Hazard, and he's overweight. So what's that about?
Ahmad, we're not talking about Hazard right now, but
it's the same thing. You said Hazard is better than Ronaldo, so that's even a more.
Ahmad, can we leave Hazard out of this conversation, please? Thank you. Ahmad, can you focus on Griezmann? Thank you.
Yeah, but about Griezmann, I'm not a 5 game merchant. Like, I want to see him for a whole season. Let's see what he does against PSG. But let's be honest, who has Barcelona played these recent games? Like one of the biggest game they play is probably against Atletico Bilbao, and they lost. So, he is having good form, but I want to see more of him.
Anyone else want to jump on this Griezmann thing?
Yeah, I was just going to say that, like, I think the only thing considering this game really is it's more psychology, because I think with what we saw with Barcelona right now, they were 2-0 down, and you would have just expected Barcelona to just fold in and hold. But the fact that they dug in and there was a team spirit and they actually sort of came back, that for me, that's the positive you take from it. So there is something in this Barcelona team that wants to fight back and come out. And so obviously going into this PSG game, maybe that will give them confidence to actually go and do something to PSG. I don't think you say Griezmann is world-class based on that, but at least you can say these guys aren't just bottle jobs who, when they're down 2 goals, they're just going to give up to actually go and do something to PSG. Who was that?
Yeah, go. Keep talking.
Yeah, no, well, I'm just saying it's a good confidence booster for Barcelona. It shows that there's at least some resilience in this Barcelona side. So hopefully they can carry that on against PSG. That's my 2 cents.
You know what? Since we're here, we'll address it. So Amateur Critic, thanks for the dope. He says, agendas aside, do you think he's worse than Zad?
Nope.
Amateur Critic, well, yes, he's a worse player than Hazard. Now, let's just talk about this right now. Let's talk. Eden Hazard.
Yes.
Okay.
International flop.
Eden Hazard. Injuries are a very tough thing to take, and here's the thing: you can laugh, you can joke, and everything. We have been robbed as football fans of seeing peak Eden Hazard. I still fully stake my claim that peak Zad is better than Cristiano as a football player. Can I land?
I'll let you land, but I'm going to come back.
Coach, feel free to come back.
Yeah.
I still affirm that based on footballing mechanics and footballing quality, peak Zad surpasses peak Cristiano. I don't care how many tap-ins, how many jammy, how many... No, let me land. Let me just land. I don't care how many bomb-ass deflections, how many tap-ins, how many penalties. I don't care how many times you go onto a freaking one-sided team and freaking stats pad. You never did anything in the Euro final. That's down to Eder and Pepe. You've done nothing in the freaking World Cup final, and you stole Ronaldo's name. There will always be one with Ronaldo, you complete utter fraud. Now, going back to Hazard, you see, my thing about this is that I would be a fool to keep clutching onto him doing something for Real Madrid and so forth. But I think that we are seeing a very sad end. I think it is pretty much over. And we wouldn't be seeing Hazard. But my thing is that, guys, can we just be objective and fair here? He's been injured. How is that his fault?
He's fat.
No.
That's his fault. He's fat.
No. He's lost weight. This is an injury issue. How are you hating on a guy for getting injuries?
He came in 2 preseason fat, overweight.
I'm talking about right now. As of right now, he is fully in shape and so forth, but he's gotten injured. So if you're a football fan, you should be sad.
Burger King made fun of him.
No, I don't think. I don't care about Burger King. If you're a football fan, shouldn't you be sad that one of the world's best players can't ball every week?
No.
Yes.
Can I respond?
Jamal,
please respond.
Jamal,
I know you've seen this Ronaldo, so that's why you are saying this. But I think you need to look back at Cristiano last season at Manchester United and his first 3 seasons at Real Madrid. The guy was a complete striker.
No.
He was a complete player.
Can I say something?
He passed the eye test. Yeah.
Jamal, can I respond to that real quick? Cristiano was never a great dribbler. He was his dribbling style was like Bale. His dribbling style was like Bale.
Wait, guys, one at a time.
I need to respond to have hope, but you really.
No. Everybody will have their chance to talk, because I think if people want to listen back, it's key that everybody has a chance to talk and nobody disturbs when everyone talks. So Jamal, finish your point. and then we're going to get to others. Jamal.
Yeah, I was just gonna say his last season at Manchester United and his first 3 seasons or 4 seasons at Real Madrid. The guy was a complete player, man. He had flair. I know he did plenty step overs and wasn't going away, but if you really watch him, his dribbling was all right, his passing was all right. And yeah, man, I just feel people remember this Ronaldo now, and he's just a tapping merchant. Yes, no. But guys, don't forget, before 2013, 2009 to 13, Cristiano Ronaldo was a complete player. And I just feel people forget that sometimes.
Kojo.
Yeah, like, you keep saying this whole thing about peak Hazard. We haven't really seen peak Hazard. So what you're saying is all ifs and buts. Let's be very real compared to Ronaldo, what we've seen. And for me, when you talk about Ronaldo, it's like you haven't really seen Ronaldo from 2005 to, I'll say, about 2014. That's when I feel like he was that complete out-and-out winger. I'll say the last 5-6 years, he kind of changed his role, shifted more to like your second striker as he's, of course, getting older and he's kind of, got into a new role where he's kind of now seen as a tapping merchant. But he's not really a tapping merchant. He's still scoring these amazing goals. Like today's goal against Roma, that wasn't a tapping. That was a really good strike. It wasn't with power. It was nicely placed accuracy. He still scored wonderful goals. So this whole talk about, or this whole narrative is a tapping measure, is completely false. Secondly, to say that, this guy for me has poor dribbling, he's not a great technical football player, is completely BS, HH. Completely BS. Because you're ignoring the fact from 2003 to 2013. Those 10 years where Ronaldo was great. It was a great dribbler, great step over skills. His crossing, his finishing was good. He was a complete player.
He was never as good as Hazard was at that World
Cup.
HH, can I respond?
World Cup, though. Yes, we can say that Ronaldo's never.
Wait. Let Kojo land. Kojo.
Yes, we can say Ronaldo has never succeeded on the world stage, and that's very big because that's the biggest competition in world football, 100%. But to deny Ronaldo of his technical ability, which he's shown us for 10 years, not 1 year, not 2 years, not 3 years, but for 10 years, is blasphemy, bro. That is absolutely blasphemy.
10 years.
Yeah, 2003. Even at Sporting, before he joined United, he showed us the talent on the ball.
100%.
100%. So for you to say, he was never great on the ball, he was just a goal scorer.
That's crazy.
He's nowhere near the level.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Like, I'm not a Ronaldo guy.
Coach, can I?
Let me talk about Ronaldo.
Okay, I think Jimbo was waiting for Jimbo.
Listen, I just want to talk about the 2016 Euros. Yeah, HS, you talk about the final. He wasn't there in the final, but why were Portugal in the final? Because it was Ronaldo.
Jimbo, what's the most important game of any tournament? Things get harder as the tournament progresses.
Okay,
that's not Jimbo. That's not my issue. The fact of the matter is that I'm not giving you that Euros because in the biggest game you did nothing to help your team win in their biggest game.
He was injured.
So what? Who cares? No, Jimbo. Facts. The fact of the matter is that you did nothing to help your team in the biggest tournament, in the biggest game of that tournament.
Okay,
you can't do anything injured. HH, he got Portugal there. That's the thing.
How many goals did Nani score? How many goals did Cristiano score? They scored the same amount of goals. So how much did Cristiano really do?
Don't forget,
how much did he really do?
They changed the thing in the tournament. Don't you remember? The third place team was allowed to progress. Remember?
Yeah,
it was 2 teams before. So Portugal finished third in the group. They wouldn't have progressed.
Yeah, they finished third. Yeah, they did finish third.
Exactly.
Terrible. And there was a new rule where they can progress and finish in third. That was a new rule. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. One more thing, Kojo. I just want to respond to him saying that Cristiano was an amazing dribbler. Cristiano, like Bale, he was a kind of guy who would knock it 20 meters past an opponent and then run behind it. The moment he lost his speed was the moment he lost his dribbling.
No,
that's true. No. There's dribblers and then there's pace merchants.
What are you talking about?
No. Don't you have to kind of look at football? If a guy can dribble at fast speed and not lose the ball, he's a good dribbler. Think about it, he's running at full speed.
No. But what happens? What happens when you lose that
highlight
pace
of
advantage?
Ronaldo dribbling against Arsenal? You've always seen the highlight.
Wait. In response on this, see, my thing is this. When he was at Man United, he could dribble, but remember his dribbling had to sort of be refined because I remember that first season for United, it was step overs going nowhere. So it was like, okay, all fast but going nowhere. And then Fergie said, no, bro, you need to actually be a bit more effective with what your dribbling is. And there were times when his dribbling was so much effective. But guys, let's keep it real. Let's keep it a stack. Even at that time, Cristiano was not amongst the best. Nobody was viewing him as one of the best players in the world. They weren't. And I'm sorry.
At United?
Based on football...
What?
Nah.
Won the Ballon d'Or.
It was
He
always
won the Ballon
Messi.
d'Or at United.
It was always Messi.
He won the Ballon d'Or at United.
Due to his goals. It was due to his goals.
He won the Ballon d'Or at United, HH.
He was never that
He won the
guy.
Ballon d'Or.
Due to his goal, because he's a good goal scorer. Guys, I know that it pains you. Cristiano, see, this is the clear thing here.
Yeah.
And this is something to be proud of. Cristiano will go down as one of the great goal scorers of the game. But that's all he is. A great goal scorer. Nothing more, nothing less. When it comes to footballers and ballers, he ain't top 10, he ain't top 15, he ain't top 20. I can name you 20 guys who are better footballers than Cristiano. It is just what it is.
In their overall careers, though. In their overall careers.
HH is right. That's why Rashford
Guys, I just want to point out that when Messi lost his pace, he's still a good dribbler. When Maradona lost his pace, the technical ability was never gone.
100%.
Cristiano was so reliant on pace. It's different. It's just not. Also, another thing.
Yesterday. He scored yesterday.
You're right. No, Ronaldo's a great goal scorer, greatest goal scorer of all time. But for me, is that when Havertz says Ronaldo's not even top 20 greatest footballers of all time, that's
no. Kojo, I didn't say greatest, because greatest is about achievements based on your quality as a player. Just quality as a footballer.
Technical proficiency you're talking about. Like technical proficiency.
Yeah. Technical footballing mechanics and so forth. If he's greatest, he's like top 5, top 3 in terms of what he's done for the game. But footballing mechanics, technical footballing mechanics, he's not top 20.
Who's a better footballer, Cristiano or Isco?
Isco is a better footballer. He's a footballer
right now,
than Cristiano.
Isco, right now,
100%. Like that's obvious.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
You man are very disrespectful.
Okay, so I'm going to prove something to HH. Is Cristiano Ronaldo an international flop?
Where are you going with this?
I'm just asking, is he an international flop?
Yes, he is an international flop. Yes.
How many goals has?
Wait. Shh. Okay, continue.
How many goals has Cristiano scored in a Euro final?
A lot.
In a Euro final, but as in European Championships.
Yes.
0.
How many goals has Hazard scored in a Euro final?
What did Hazard do at the World Cup?
How many goals does Cristiano Ronaldo have in the World Cup knockout stages?
0.
How many goals does Hazard have in the World Cup knockout stages?
When do you ask about performance? I'm waiting for you to ask performance. Eden Hazard was arguably the best player at that World Cup.
I'm just saying, the last question is Hazard an international flop?
No, based on what he did in 2018.
Let me speak.
Okay, I'd like to talk.
Ding.
I know you kind of like Hazard a lot, and as a Chelsea fans, I will say it. Hazard has been the flop of the season going to Real Madrid. I will not lie to you, but you comparing Eden Hazard pick to Ronaldo pick is different. Ronaldo has been playing from Sporting Lisbon to United, United, and Real Madrid. His peak, I think, from 18 to like 20 something. You cannot compare that age to Eden Hazard. Ronaldo was money. It was money.
You know why he does this. He's a aesthetics merchant. That's why he.
Ronaldo is everybody who watch football adores Ronaldo because he is money.
Because he scores goals.
The reason
he's a great goal scorer.
The reason he's not been that much appreciated is because of his dribbling. His dribbling has been diminished. I can understand. You know what is gonna make this agenda? What is gonna kill it over the top is if Ronaldo wins the Hero 2021 coming up and he wins the World Cup. Don't even do an hangout. Don't even come in.
No. I've already said
Ronaldo fanboys are saving their tweets and their stuff.
I've already said right now. You see, my hope is that I can make, hopefully, as a contingency plan, I make enough money through this by 2022, because if he does win, you won't see me again. If he wins the World Cup, you won't see me again. So my aim is that I can make enough money to survive by 2022. So if that happens, I'm done, because that is the only thing I'm holding on to.
No, if Ronaldo wins the World Cup, he has to be the greater player ahead of R9. You have to accept that.
100%.
Yeah, if he wins the World Cup, if Cristiano Ronaldo wins the World Cup at the age of 38,
look at him
ahead of R9.
Right now, he's ahead of R9 already. Right now, there's no dispute.
I think so. I think he's right.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
He is.
No, he's not.
If Cristiano Ronaldo wins the World Cup,
if he wins the World Cup,
he's ahead of R9.
No, he's not.
Forget about
it. He never will be.
He's ahead of him right now. That's the thing. Right.
He never will be. There is nothing Cristiano can do that will ever put him at the same level as Ronaldo.
Okay.
Moving on.
Let's move on. Because
we have to move on. So here's another one that is close to my heart. Mourinho.
Uncle Moo.
First off. 2004. FC Porto.
The last time that's not relevant.
2004 FC Porto. The second greatest underdog CL win next to Chelsea in 2012. 2010, the only Italian team to win a treble. Began the dominance of Chelsea in England and in the Premier League. His legacy is already set in stone. There is nothing that can happen to Mourinho for his legacy to ever be tarnished. Ever. That's a fact. You can pull up the receipts. When Mourinho was hired as his Tottenham manager, I said clearly, this isn't going to work. Tottenham need to have a manager radically different from Pochettino, because Mourinho and Pochettino are similar in their ideas of the game with regards to pragmatism. They execute it in different ways, but it's the same general idea. Tottenham had to go in a radically different direction from Mourinho. I knew this was never going to happen. Tottenham, look what City, we're going to get onto City when we talk about Liverpool. City are playing on a whole other level right now. City are going to beat the living crap out of Tottenham in that Papa John's Cup final. It could get ugly. I'm talking 3 or 4-0. They're going to smack these guys like a newborn baby. Okay. So,
Tottenham I can disagree because Jose Mourinho is the king.
Mute your mic. Let me talk. Mute your mic. So my thing here is this. What do you want me to say? Because you say that Mourinho is finished and no longer relevant. I say no. Who could have won a trophy with this Tottenham team? Because I'm going to say that Harry Kane, who is he? Domestic merchants. What has he ever done in a major game? So how good is Harry Kane really? Son. That's it. Eric Dyer. Harry Winks. So I told you, if Mourinho wins a trophy with these dudes, oh my gosh, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Don't talk to him about Fergie. What 2 CLs in 50 years of management? Don't talk to him about Fergie. Because this will be the greatest dud in the history of the game. So, Koji, you have a hand up. Koji.
You made some good points, I thought. And I agree, Mourinho will go down as one of the greatest managers in world football. Like, you can't dispute that. I think, which a lot of football fans need to understand, I don't think we should kind of say that Mourinho is completely finished. I think he's finished at the elite level, at the top elite level. I still think he's a good manager. Do you know what I'm saying? And I still feel like this Tottenham job wasn't the right fit for him. Regardless of your opinions, if you're a Chelsea fan or not, it just wasn't a great fit for him. However, for you to kind of still hold this notion that he's still good at an elite level, it's completely a facade. You got to look at, in 2015, Chelsea finished 10th. At the time he got sacked, he was 60th. I think just only 6 points above the relegation zone. For a team which were defending champions, you can't do that. And you were backed as well. Your first at United, you finished 6th. You was backed. You got your money for Ibrahimovic, Pogba, Mkhitaryan. I can't remember the other player, but you were backed. You was given over 200 million to buy. Yeah, you was backed, right? You was given over 200 million to invest in the squad and get the players you needed. You finished 6th, right? Cool, you won the Europa League, won the League Cup. That's great. But for me, that kind of papered over the cracks. Then your second season United, which everyone's saying, oh, it was an amazing season. Oh, second season Jose, it was still in effect. That's completely BS. That's a facade, right? From that point, it was a facade. Cool, they finished second by City, and City won a mad thing, like won the league by 19 points. No one could touch them. However, you're 19 points behind Man City, bro, and you spent over 200 million in that season as well. So over 400 million spent in Mourinho's project to finish 19 points behind Man City. Arguably, they spent the same amount of money as you in that season as well.
Preach.
That's not elite. That's not elite. And you're competing with another manager which is rival to you, Pep Guardiola.
Yeah.
That's not elite no more. Mourinho will go down as one of the greatest managers of world football. His legacy will still remain. Like you can't dispute that. But right now to say he's still an elite, no. He's good, but he's not elite. And I feel like this Tottenham job was never the right fit for him. And it's made him look really, really ugly. Just the way he's handling the players, the results lately, the way he goes about his football. It's just not right. And he got sacked in the 8-9 season. They were what? United were finished, I think United were like 5th or 6th. They lost 3-1 to Liverpool. It was a horrible performance at Anfield. Like, he can't handle the players. He doesn't know how to man-manage. He continuously slags all his players. He drains their confidence. You got to criticize these things, I thought. And for me, you can't really put him in this type of predicament, in this type of image that he's still elite, still one of the best managers in world football, because he's not. For me, Brendan Rodgers right now is a better manager than him. Let's not
relax.
He is. The last 3 seasons, Brendan Rodgers has done an amazing job. I'm not going to include his time with Celtic because that's a farmers league, right? Scottish football, right? Cool. But what he did at Liverpool for those 2 seasons to make them somewhat competitive and kind of give more enjoyable football to Liverpool because they've been relatively under par during that time. And then what he's doing at Leicester, getting to Europa League this season, potentially going to stop forward.
Okay, so before I go to Eric, let me just read some of the super chats and I'm going to go to Eric first, then to Red Devil. From Latin Lozario, who says, Fatzad, biggest flop in La Liga history. Straight bomb, World Cup 2018. From Dennis Boer, who says, do you think Barca can catch up in La Liga? No. I don't think they can, but it depends on what they do against Atletico. But if Atletico win the game in hand, I think it's lights out. From Latin Rosario again, objectively, Zad is a bomb and never sniffed Cristiano. Well, the fact about it is that he will always be a technically superior player to Cristiano. That's just a fact you have to deal with. From Latin Rosario again, oh my God, mute undisputed. That guy is a loser, good Lord. All because he's speaking facts doesn't mean that you should ignore him. An armchair critic, undisputed, thoughts on Paris versus Barca. Humiliation. Look, remember, we'll get to the CL thing on Sunday, but all I'll say on that very quickly is, based on what Barca are looking like right now, that game is looking very different. Eric, talk to me.
Yeah, I have a lot of things to say, but hopefully I can say it quickly and concisely.
They better be respectful to Mourinho and 2010. Carry on.
Of course. Always respect Mourinho. Greatest Chelsea manager ever. I will never disrespect him. I don't like him. Yes, because he's arrogant. And
so it's Pep.
He went to Spurs, so I don't like Mourinho. Yeah. So, but anyway, let me just get to the points. So, on one of your streams on Twitch, I wrote in the comments that there's no point in Mourinho coming back if he's not ready, if he hasn't improved, if he hasn't become up to date with the way things go nowadays. There's no point in him coming back, because what happened at United will just repeat itself. He came back, it seemed like everything was going well at Spurs, and the inevitable happened. This has even happened even earlier than how it normally works. What happens is he usually has the first season and then the second season, and then it usually happens later than this. So it happened a lot. It seems like it's already happened sooner than it was supposed to happen. The players seem to be lacking confidence. I don't know. The man management it's most likely an issue, because we know what he does with the players. He throws them on the bus. He criticizes them. He even did the same thing after the loss. The loss to, what was that recent loss? Even the loss before Chelsea, I think.
Brighton.
Yeah. He did the same. He did it again. And even in the press conference as well. I think the post-match press conference. Anyway, so it's obvious that he's done at the highest level, at the elite level. It's sad, but like you said, it won't change. It won't taint his career. It won't taint his what he's done.
So you're saying that he couldn't win PSG Champions League if he was the manager of PSG?
No, most likely not. I think what Tuchel did was probably the best that they'll expect for a while. Tuchel got them to the best position they could have been, and obviously they still didn't get over the line. But something else I wanted to say was, Spurs fans have been very annoying. Like, they've really annoyed me with the way they've been behaving, because they seem to they're pretenders, because they're acting like they're a big club, but they're not. The reality is, Spurs are not in the position to sack Mourinho. You guys don't have the luxury of sacking this guy. Yes, he might be a dinosaur. No. Yes, he might be.
But the argument is, look at that stadium. Have you seen I've seen that stadium in real? That stadium is insane. So they said, if we've invested this much into that stadium, into this club, we have the money. You can't have a stadium that looks like a freaking nuclear device and not try and act as a big club and demand more. How can you have a stadium like that and be 6th and 7th?
Yes, and at the same time, you can't have a stadium that looks like that has no trophies in the trophy cabinet. And they brought a manager who's a winner. For all the things you could have said about him, he's declined, he underperformed at United. Everywhere he went, he's won trophies. And that's the main reason why he was in. So in my eyes, they should be patient. If they can't be patient, just pretend you're not a Spurs fan for the next few months and then tune in for the final of the League Cup.
Which they're going to get thrashed, so.
Yes, probably. In my opinion, he's not going to win anything at Spurs. Yeah, most likely. He's not going to win anything at Spurs, most likely. And that's what I'm expecting. But you have to give him the chance. Spurs are not in the position. You don't have the luxury. Your club isn't big. Mourinho is bigger than your club. You're not in the position to say, oh, Mourinho needs to get out because he's not good enough for No. Just leave him there. This is just an objective opinion, obviously. I'm not speaking as a Chelsea fan. Leave him there. He's a winner. He's a proven winner. Give him the rest of the season, and hopefully he can win you guys something and make you guys actually a big club. Because big clubs win trophies, and they haven't won anything since 2008.
Okay.
So the way I see it,
Sorry, can I quickly respond to Martin? Martin?
Undisputed.
The reason why I bring up Cristiano's technical deficiencies is because it annoys his fans so much because they know it's true.
Okay.
And also 7 finals lost. That's
Jesus.
Also true.
Abdullahi.
I think it's high time you change your big academic the level you always put manager into. You put Antonio Conte there. I think it's time you add Mourinho into it. Maybe class B or class C. No. Maybe class B or class C, because
I will never disrespect a treble.
I can understand. Yes, I can understand that because it's Tottenham Hotspur and this. I can understand that, but Tottenham Hotspur fans can tell me without Harry Kane and Son Heung-min, you cannot win a match or you can win a tour. That is bad. That is the level of Tottenham Hotspur at the moment. If Harry Kane and Son is out, that Tottenham Hotspur is not even a team at all. It's a championship team. Without those two, without Son Heung-min and Harry Kane in Tottenham Hotspur, they are like championship team. Bristol City FC. That is who they are. Without Son and Harry Kane, that is it.
They're a mid-level team at best. Mid-level.
That's it.
You can't call it a championship team.
Okay. Sadio Ray as right back. Tell me, better right back is better than Sadio Ray at right back. So tell me, Eric Dyer as a central back. No. You can't. Eric Dyer, central back. No.
So is
but let's to have Johnny Evans as a centre back.
But you can't compare Johnny Evans to Eric Dyer. There's a difference.
Jamal, he'll be put in very soon. Jamal, very soon.
Sorry, let me rephrase what I said. I made a mistake there. I said they're a mid-level team. No, they're a mid-level club. They're not a big club. They're a mid-level club at best. The team shouldn't be where they are. Well, actually, they're not too bad. They're only 7.
So how much is Mourinho to blame? If they're a mid-level club, mid-level team, then why are we say that Mourinho has an almost impossible job?
The problem is the reliance of Harry Kane and Son, because people may say Vinicius Junior is good. What if they have another striker that is maybe not better than Harry Kane, but can do a job of Harry Kane? Will Jose switch his formation to benefit those two of them? I don't think so, because the reliance of Harry Kane and Son Heung-min is the same way it's happening. I will not be surprised if Tottenham Hotspur go to the Carabao Cup and win, because Jose is out to win a trophy.
They're not winning anything. I will put money down. I'll put money down.
Okay.
Red Devil, and then I'll come to Jim. Red Devil.
Yeah, okay. Like, first and foremost, I appreciate what Jimmy Jones says, because regarding what happened at Manchester United, because you actually gave it a lot of context. Because let's not forget this, guy. Let's not forget this. We'll talk about it's not his fault, it's not his fault. At the beginning of this season, when Spurs were supposedly title challengers, the amount of gas and stick that I got when United fans got where, don't you see United? Don't you see? This is why you should never sack Mourinho. This is why I should have been backed. Blah, 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 blah. Despite the fact his tactics hadn't changed. That was what people were saying, especially Chelsea fans for some reason. I don't know, because you were hating on Lampard or whatever. But that was the reality. But his style of football, the way he played football, hadn't changed. yes, okay, you can say that he relies on Harry Kane and Son on win. Yeah, so did Pochettino as well. And the reality is that with that B-Tech squad he got, he still managed to maintain top 4 and lost it in the last year because the Spurs team fell apart. He was somewhat back this summer anyway. He brought in Højbjerg, Celso. He obviously got in Højbjerg and Højbjerg and so on. You know? Exactly. So it's not like Levy didn't give him any money to spend. Obviously, exactly. That's a defender right there. Yeah. So he was backed. He got more signings than Oli did in the summer. He spent more. Spurs spent more than United did in the summer. So let's not say that he wasn't backed. The reality is that the style of play that he's played, because I've been watching Spurs, and come on, you go a goal ahead against like Wolves or Fulham or something for 80-something minutes, then park the bus, and then concede in the 80th minute, and we're saying that's saying that's fine. Of course it's not. The only thing I would say in Main's defense, and going by I think what Eric I think was saying about expectations, that if somehow Jose can beat Pep in the Carabao Cup final, win a trophy,
not happening.
I'm just saying.
I said it. It's Jose. Jose is a winner. I will not be surprised if he beats Pep Guardiola in the Carabao Cup. I will not be surprised.
If he does somehow do it, people will forget. People will forget about it. They will forget about this wasn't because he was saying this will happen at United. So it was like, oh yeah, United back because look at my Europa League and look at my Carabao Cup, etc. Look at the trophies that I won. Even though there's a context to those things. So if he wins the Carabao Cup Spurs, they'll I finished 7th, but I won a trophy. What did Pochettino do?
Yeah. What you said is perfect. Sorry, just very, very quickly. Yeah, what you said is so good because I was going to give him the excuse. Oh yeah, he only has Son and Kane, who are the only quality players to get them goals. But that's not true. Just because Son and Kane are your best attacking players doesn't mean the goals can't come from other places. The main issue is the tactics. It's reductionist.
Exactly.
It's reductionist.
Wait, let me bring in them, Jimbo.
Yeah.
City are playing for number 9.
You have to manage the situation. You're the manager of Tottenham Hotspur. You can't just rely on Harry Kane and Son, whatever his name is. Yeah, you can't just rely on them. You have to do more. You're Mourinho. You won a league. You won a Champions League with Porto.
But Jumbo, I can go that when Pochettino was there, he improved those players. There was an improvement in that team.
Of course.
Dele Alli, Eriksen, you can see the way they play.
Yeah.
Osemo hasn't improved this team because they rely too much on Harry Kane and Son. That is the problem, that deficiency they are facing at the moment. Because if you rely on 2 players, what if they get injured? They're totally clueless.
I'm agreeing with you. Yeah. I think the same thing. They're relying on them too much. I think
Bale is on the bench.
Wait.
Yeah, I think Poch will do more with this, man. Like, he got him to a Champions League final. Like, that's incredible. It's
no, Jimbo. Let's be real.
Come on.
No. Okay, no. You see, this I hate whenever people say that Pochettino got into a final. No, he didn't. It was Son and Lucas Moura. Those guys were beat in that semi, and this flipping moron, absolute loser of a manager, had the
Respect
audacity.
my manager.
Ahmad, that's loser. Had the audacity to bench a guy who scored the hat trick that got you to that freaking final. So no, I'm not giving that to Pochettino. I'm giving that to
Harry Kane. It's Harry Kane. If you're a manager, you're thinking it's Harry Kane. You're gonna think, okay,
no.
My perfect guy is ready for the final. I'm gonna start him.
Jimbo, okay. Okay. This shows you how fair I am. That I'm not just a guy looking to get reaction. People say, "Oh, you hate Cristiano so much." If Cristiano is 10% fit and he has not played for 5 months, I am playing him.
I'm playing Cristiano.
But is Cristiano Harry Kane? No.
Cristiano
is the kind of player where, as long as you can just move, because I know what you can do, I am playing you on that pitch. Harry Kane, you have not earned the status that Cristiano has earned in terms of this guy can get a goal somehow, some way. You have to play him if he's somewhat fit.
It's like if you do it, if you don't do it, you get criticized. If you do it, you get criticized.
No. Jimbo, see, no. That is from the English media or so forth, because anybody with a brain would say, what you do is you start with who got me here. Harry Kane, if we're 1-0 down, which is most likely, 50 minutes, Harry, go up, try and win us the game.
Why don't play them both? You could have played them both.
Play them both. It's Harry Kane. Listen, I know he's like stiff in English, like whatever. But let's be real, he's a great footballer. HH, let's be real, he's a great footballer.
No, but yes, that he's a great striker.
Is he better than Warren?
No. He's a great striker. Week to week, he hadn't played for 2 months. 2 months.
HH.
Yes, I'm talk to me.
You have to have faith in your players, no matter how long.
Bad move. It is backfire. Okay, wait, Ahmad, talk to me. Ahmad.
Okay.
Have you seen Lucas Moura consistently? The guy is a running merchant. It's like me saying Choupo-Moting should play because he scored against Atalanta. No.
He scored a hat trick.
And Choupo-Moting got us through. So
don't you dare bring up Choupo-Moting in this conversation, bro. Please don't you dare bring up Choupo-Moting. Okay, look, guys. Let's move on. So our top last topic before our main topic.
I haven't said anything yet.
Oh Lord, this man. Gatlock, okay, talk.
And Benteke might have ruined his career. So I ask this to you right now. What was the big thing you learned from this weekend's worth of football?
I learned that Mourinho is a prick.
Wow, strong words.
And if people follow me on Twitter, I made a huge announcement after the Manchester derby that Half Hope and Mourinho have officially parted ways.
That's a lie.
So that was the biggest thing I learned.
Are you complete?
Can't be defended anymore.
Okay.
Receipts.
Like, I mean, we'll go deeper into the Manchester derby when we really peel away the onion skins of the Manchester derby, tactical breakdown, all that kind of stuff. But just a little taste, a little precursor is we could be seeing the decline of Mourinho.
This isn't me, by the way.
Your voice, my dear friend.
It's your evil voice.
Gatlock, can you please hurry up and say what kind of nonsense you want to say?
Should have played at the beginning of this segment.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't here. Look, Double H. Let's be honest. Even you said it yourself. Man's declining, man. Man's declining. I mean, like playing for Tottenham. You said he could do it. He could do it with scraps. That's what you usually say, that Mourinho can work with scraps. Now you're saying, oh, because the club is a mid-table club, he cannot win anything. He's supposed to be doing it with scraps, Double H. That is what I was promised, and that's what I'm expecting from Mourinho. Okay, what did they bring Mourinho in to do? To win trophies, man. Because that's what Poch was not doing. Despite all Poch's top four and whatever, and getting them to the Champions League final, he did not win them a trophy. And that's what I was expecting from Mourinho. So I'm sorry, with the amount of sacks Mourinho has gotten, which is higher than Pochettino's, by the way.
The one at Chelsea was
we're starting to wonder, maybe he is declining double. It's something you have to respect, you know. People decline. It's natural.
Are you finished? Thank
you.
I'm
done.
Good.
Everything
you said was complete and utter nonsense. So, and final thing before we go, I want to talk about Neymar, and it's a very good thing that Ahmad is here. Ahmad, thank you for joining us here as the PSG fan. So, first off, let me just give you some facts. Neymar is no better than Kaka. Let's start there. Neymar should never be mentioned in his... Can I finish? Thank you. Neymar should never be... And also, let's be clear here. Kaka hasn't won a World Cup. He played no part of that 02 World Cup. He flopped in 2010 and also 06. Another fact here is, if you mention Neymar in the same breath as R9, Romario, Ronaldinho, or Rivaldo, you do not know football. You should induct your brain, and you are a complete and utter loser. Next thing to go through is Neymar. The only thing you have achieved in your entire football career is riding off the coattails of Lionel Messi and peak Cannibal Suarez for that treble in 2015. So your career and your legacy is hinging on winning a CL for PSG and winning the World Cup for Brazil. If you do not, you will end up like Kaká and Zico.
Neymar started declining because he called him
Brazilian legends. So Ahmad, I'm telling you this right now. Neymar is set to sign a 4-year contract extension at PSG. And Ahmad, let me just give you my honest take here, and you can give your take from the PSG view. Playing in Ligue 1 isn't going to test you. It's a joke. It is a holiday camp. But Someone sent me a DM. Someone sent me a DM on Twitter and said, you know what, HH? There could be a potential takeover of Marseille. And Marseille could join PSG with the same kind of spending power. But I don't know whether this is true, but someone said that Marseille have spending power. But right now, PSG are too strong. And Neymar, whenever people say, oh my gosh, why isn't Neymar tier 1? Why isn't he upper tier 2? Because of what he does in Liga. Are you sick? All that Neymar... The only way I will rate Neymar is what you do in the CL when you actually face proper competition. PSG are simply far too good for everyone else. And Neymar doing his flicks and tricks, his stepovers and rainbow flicks against Envio FC, Croissant United and Eiffel Tower FC ain't going to cut it.
Hey, Chich, I thought you liked him. And you praised him for the move.
It's going to cut. So my thing here is this, is that, Ahmad, please tell me why Neymar, as a top-tier player, should be respected for staying at PSG for 4 further years if he doesn't win the Champions League.
Before I wanted to talk about Neymar, I want to say one thing, but now I need to say 2 things.
Oh, good.
Go for Ahmed.
Because you are a knockout merchant, HH, and you said that he was carried by Suarez and Messi.
Yes.
Neymar got the most goals and assists in that Champions League season in all the knockout games. So what's your response for that?
My response for that is I will check the stats and I'll then verify the veracity of your comments. Please continue.
And the second thing before I want to talk about Neymar is I'm begging you, this is directly to you, HH. I'm begging you. I'm standing on my knees right now. I'm begging you. Just for 1 week, can you call Verratti, not Marco? Because we need him in Barcelona. I'm begging you, HH. I want this guy to play. Please.
Okay, Alfred.
Didn't you call Neymar? Didn't you call Neymar Mar?
No. Because see, Neymar, you got me. Because I'm so hyped for that PSG Barcelona game, and as difficult as this will be, I will maintain and I will call him Verratti because I want him fit for that game. So I will call him Marco Verratti. So yes, Ahmad, your wish is granted.
Thank you, HH. Appreciate it. But about Neymar, look, I said it 2 months ago. This is PSG's biggest transfer window in our history. Because first of all, we have Neymar and Mbappe. The contract will finish. And my biggest wish was that, of course, Neymar should sign the contract. And the guy is one of the best players in the world in HH. Have you seen him play? He's ridiculous. So
Ahmad, objectively speaking then, let me ask you this, because you asked me, let me ask you this. Try and be as objective as you can. How can we truly judge how good Neymar is when he's playing against opposition that is far inferior to him in Ligue 1?
Shit.
No, but in the Ligue 1, you need to be a bit fair. Like, the way the Ligue 1 defenders tackles Neymar is disgraceful. They like 4 players going on Neymar. That's why he gets injured a lot. Because they're tackling him all the time. So he's having a hard time in Ligue 1 in that case. But
Ahmed, isn't Neymar ahead of Aruna in the World Cup goal scorer all time in Brazil?
Wait, when did Neymar have to step up in the
Isn't
Champions League semi-final in the final?
Wait, is Neymar not higher goal scorer ahead of Aruna in the Brazil all-time goal scorer?
Ahmed,
I
don't.
I think so. So, your Neymar this thing is crap. No, you need to indulge.
He has an agenda.
Ahmed, can you continue, please? Thank you.
No, but listen, Neymar, he wanted to leave the club, who I think was 2 seasons ago, and he was hated by the fans at that time. But he has completely turned it around. Now he loves PSG, and I think the biggest thing was that he realized that Barcelona is a finished club. Listen, Tej, why would you go to Real Madrid? An aging squad, no future. Why would you go to Barcelona? Finished clubs. PSG has one of the best futures, one of the best chances of winning the Champions League. Of course he will stay.
How do you know that? What proof? Is there proof to show you that PSG have a better future than Real Madrid?
Of course. They have, because the core is aging. Benzema, Modric, Ramos.
No.
And Di Maria is a spring chicken, right?
No, but Ahmad, let's be real here. it is still Real Madrid, and they have a greater pull than anyone else. So look, I'm not saying
I agree with you. They have Perez. That's the only way they can get out of this.
My thing about it, this one's here to denounce PSG because I recognize what PSG are trying to do. They're new kids on the block and they're trying to gain in their legacy, but we cannot deny the team who have won the most Champions Leagues and who are seen as the most successful team in European football. So succeeding for Real Madrid is a big thing.
Real Madrid, we cannot do that. PSG just got good in 2011. I was in high school. I just remember PSG getting good. Real Madrid have been successful for how many years? 30 years.
But wouldn't it be a bigger thing if you won the Champions League with PSG than with Real Madrid?
As a footballer, where would you rather go? I would rather go Real Madrid. I would think that's more prestigious. As a footballer.
No. But see, Jimbo, that's the point that Aman has, because my whole thing about this 4-year contract has always hinged on if he doesn't win the Champions League. Because see, if let's say he was at Barcelona or Real Madrid and never won the Champions League, but you won La Ligas, okay, that's bad, but La Liga is still a top tier league. But my thing is that if he wins the Champions League for PSG, and that's a big if, that's a huge job, because it is better to create a legacy with a new team than just because if you win the Champions League for Real Madrid, Cristiano did that, Zidane did that, Raúl did that.
How long does Neymar have? He's 28, he's 29. How long does he have?
But how long did Ronaldo have when he came to Real Madrid?
Ronaldo was 24 when he left Manchester United. Neymar is 28.
No, but Neymar came to PSG, I think, when he was 25.
Okay, but he's 28 now.
Didn't Ronaldo win the Champions League when he was like 30 or 29?
He won it. That was his 4th Champions League, but he won like 3 before that. I don't know.
No.
I'm not sure.
Okay, wait. Ahmad, last thing, because I need to read some of these super chats. Okay. In these 4 years, if he signs his 4-year contract, 100%, do you believe he will deliver a Champions League in those 4 years?
No.
I can't say 100% because you can never say that. But Neymar is in his prime right now. I've never seen him this good. He's better than the Barcelona days. If you watch him play, he's miles ahead when he was in Barcelona. So if we have a chance with him, of course, because we have one of the best players in the world, with the best midfielder, with one of the best defenders, with Mbappe. So, look, man, I don't understand why you slander Neymar for signing a contract when the other clubs are finished, especially Barcelona. So,
okay. So wait. Easy. Before I come to the guys, let me just hear some Twitter chat. So from Hakim, who says, currently the biggest club equals PSG, Spurs, or City.
What kind of question
PSG.
is
that?
No. First of all, put Spurs out of the whole thing. So please, okay, that's stupid. See, between PSG and Man City, neither club has a Champions League. So it's you know what? I'm going to say PSG.
Oh no!
Because at least they've made a final.
Oh my!
We're
have Man City made a CL final? Yes.
Premier League.
But it doesn't matter.
Please move
on.
PSG
is one of the biggest clubs when it's about the brand, how do I say it? The reputation, the fans, commercial. City is non-existent. I live in Sweden. I've never seen a City fan, a City shirt. I see PSG shirts all the time. So, in that sense, internationally, PSG far bigger than City.
Also, PSG had Ronaldinho before the takeover. Who did City have?
George Weah as well.
Okay. So what's it called? Zed, thank you for the dub. Says, Jesus. Zed says, Ronaldo is just Darren Bents with pace.
Oh, come on.
Which Ronaldo?
Come on. Which one are we talking about?
Cristiano. He said Cristiano. Okay, guys, look, guys, we're here. Let's
I thought there was only one Ronaldo in Brazil.
Let's make look. I'll say Neymar. I wish you luck.
Let me speak about Neymar a little bit. Let me just
very quickly, my friend. Very quickly.
Okay. See, you are the one causing this fiasco that is going on around Twitter and around the world. There are some certain players in which you rate. When you rate this player, after 2-3 years, they become class A. So there are some players in which you don't even rate. When they not do good things, now you're not saying, I think I'm gonna take my hell on this. No. Neymar has been balling since Santos years. He's been playing since Santos.
How many World Cups? How many Copa Americas?
Wait,
Neymar
Stop hating.
He's been playing since Santos to Brazil to Barcelona and to PSG now.
How many Copa
when the
Americas
player
and
is
World
good, HH, you need to rate him high. He's good. You are saying about World Cup. Your R9 hasn't won an European trophy, so you can't come and tell me about World Cup.
How many World Cups does R9?
No. You're talking about how many World Cup? How many European trophies has Ronaldo won?
No, he's won a UEFA Cup. Thank you. That's
No. UEFA Cup is UEFA Cup and
European trophy.
Is it a Champions League?
No. European trophy.
No,
you said European trophy.
No.
Did you say European trophy?
Neymar has won Champions League.
You said European trophy.
European Cup.
And to boost your brain, Neymar is the higher goal scorer in Brazilian history than your greatest R9. It's 64 goals.
For all those goals, how many Copa Americas and World Cups has all those goals?
So you want to put how many Copa Americas and how many World Cup? Yes. For those, no. That's been biased on the head. You have to rate Neymar.
Hold on, I have a question.
You have to rate Neymar.
I have a question for
my friend. Hurry up.
For the board man. Look, dude, I was hearing you earlier when you said Griezmann missed a penalty in the Champions League final, right?
Where are you going with this? Carry on.
But there's another bold left footer who missed a one-on-one in a World Cup final, 2010.
Did he win it?
I don't know. Can you remind me?
Robin.
He missed a penalty again in the Champions League final as well. He missed a penalty again in Champions League final.
Robin or Ronaldo?
Has Griezmann won a treble? No, he's not. He's never won a treble.
Griezmann redeemed himself
Who's
for the
better,
World Cup.
Robin or Ronaldo?
You said it yourself. Robin redeemed himself for the treble. Well, guess what? Griezmann redeemed himself for a World Cup golden trophy double-edge. So how can you not put respect on Griezmann's name?
This guy just now said Robin is better than Ronaldo.
Cristiano.
Yes.
Of course he is. 100%.
That look. You know what is gonna win the church entirely. If Cristiano Ronaldo wins the Euro this year and he wins the World Cup, I can guarantee you.
If you had to pick between Argentina and Portugal to win the 2022 World Cup, who would you pick? If one of them had to win.
You pick Argentina.
Neither.
If one of them had to win.
I mean, I can live with Argentina. I can't live with
Messi.
You would be okay with Messi, but not Ronaldo.
That's when you know there's an agenda, bro.
Actually, you know what? No, honestly, see, my thing is that for my agenda, I want neither of them to win. Because it's important that I always hold Maradona over Messi, and it's important that I always hold R9 over Cristiano. That's very key for my agenda. So, guys, let's now go to our main topic right now, man. So, Jamal. Jamal. You know where we're going with this, Jamal.
Yeah, I know.
Jamal, is it fair? And also Undisputed as well. Jamal and Undisputed. Is it fair to say, guys, that if you guys lose on Sunday, it's over?
Have hope, Jamal. Have hope.
Can I respond?
It's
already
Jamal,
this is a
free place. You can feel free to do anything you want, man. Feel free. So go for it. If you lose on Sunday, because before we go into the details of the game, I want just to talk about it on a macro level. So let me just bring up the table so you guys can just see what exactly we're looking at right now.
Ahmad, he just said macro level. Guy just nickname variety again.
No, look, relax. That's what we're looking at right now. So Jamal, that's crazy because look, Jamal, just on the sly. If you lose and Chelsea beats Sheffield United, I'm just saying. But Jamal, talk to me. If Liverpool lose, okay, no. Do you think that the title is already over, or do you believe that? Because maybe this is a better way to phrase it. If Liverpool do win, do you still think that Liverpool can do something, or do you think you having to get championship level defenders and Van Dijk, Matip and Gomez out, win, loss or draw, you just don't feel you can keep up to pace with Man City? You still see more losses in this season?
Even if we win 5-0, the title is over.
Damn.
It's been over since Everton. Since Van Dijk got injured, that's when it's been over.
Come on, Jamal, have hope.
No, bro. Bro, you see what is going on? But this is why I want to say I want Manchester City. If Pep is smart, go there and put every man behind the ball. Because the thing this season, Liverpool is actually okay with the big six. It's the small teams, it's the farmers, it's the electricians who he can beat. It's those guys because they just put 10 men behind the ball and defend. So this is
So
what
you
I
guys are
want.
united this season.
Let's land.
Yeah, so this is what I want to see. Pep, if you're smart, you should go there very pragmatic and defensive. If you're dumb, no. Go as Manchester City. Say, no, I could beat them off the park because Anfield is not a fortress no more. We have been touched twice at Anfield. So I want Pep. I want Pep to go and attack, and see what will go on. See, I want to know if Pep feel he can still go toe-to-toe. Because, guys, I'm still saying we are trash right now. But still, if you want to go toe-to-toe with us at Anfield, it wouldn't be great.
So my thing, so that's interesting. So on that, Jamal, then I'll go to Undisputed. Do you think Pep sensing Liverpool's vulnerability, and also because I want to even get deeper into Klopp and Pep and Klopp's mind games and so forth, but do you think Pep is going to be like, nah, these guys are vulnerable, let's really go for the jugular and really go for Wild West? Or do you think he'd be like, no, let's play it smart, conservative, use the strength of Diaz and thingy, and we'll just pop off with a 1-0? What do you think City's approach will be?
I feel he's going to play it smart. You know why? Because he will never admit it. But if you give him a point right now, Pep will take it. Because they're 10 points clear of us. And Manchester United, Pep knows them are not serious title contenders. So if you give Pep a point now, he will take it. Because the thing is, I watch his interview. This guy, something irks him about Klopp. Every time Klopp mentions his names, this guy, he wants to beat Klopp. Klopp just rubs him the wrong way. I watch him all the time. He gets so touchy and irate when you mention Klopp.
But no. Do you know what it is? Okay, wait. Let me just take this super chat, then I'll explain to you about why that is, Jamal, and then I'll go to Undisputed. So Amchikri says, HH, will Premier League and CL make Pep over Fergie for you? Yes, it would, and it would because 2 Champions Leagues. No, 3. Because Fergie has 2. That'll be now his 3rd Champions League, and for me, it doesn't matter how many. For me, it doesn't matter how many Premier Leagues that Fergie has won. The fact of the matter is, 100 points, 98 points, the goals scored, and so forth. So for me, if he cleans the seal, then everything. Why what?
I'm sorry. When you said 3 Champions League, you see Abdullah.
What? Wait. What
did
he
put his head back?
He knows. Look like he knows. Okay, so
I don't want to talk about Pep. I don't want to.
Wait. Jamal. My response to that is this: Pep's issue is, I think that's, and I think he's alluded to this. If you claim that he alluded to this, is how the English media have never wanted Man City to succeed, and they've always sided with Liverpool because they always feel like if oil money, this and that, and remember how he got slated in his first season. That whole tiki-taka pass thing will never work. And how much... And he even said, I remember the 98-point season when... I remember the game that City won. And then he said something in the dog said, man, I know you guys don't want to like... I know you don't like it. I know you don't like us winning and everything, but I'm sorry. It is what it is. So you could tell that in his press conference that he took it away about how he doesn't get the support from the English media.
Why should they?
As much as Liverpool...
Why should they?
No. His point is there is a consensus that the English media wants Liverpool to win rather than Man City, and they're always siding more with him, and they almost as if they wanted him to really fail, specifically after what he did in his first season. So I'm just saying from Pep's point of view. So I wanted to say Undisputed, talk to me, Undisputed.
I really want to see if Klopp has the guts to play our 2 defenders, the new ones, straight off the bat in this game. Because he played Van Dijk like 3 days after we signed him, but I don't think he'll do it. But he needs to do it because we need Henderson back in midfield.
I think Fabinho is back as well.
Yeah, I heard he's in training.
We need Fabinho back in midfield too. That Henderson-Fabinho spine. I know people don't rate them, but they are so good. Just the way they protect the defense and the passes they make forward. It completely will transform our team once we do get our defenders in. I still don't think we'll win the league, though. City is too far ahead. I think we should.
So even if Liverpool win, you still don't think they can win the league if Liverpool win on Sunday?
No, and to be honest, I don't even want us to focus on the league. I want us to focus on number 7 to match Milan. Number 7.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Red Devil Studios, how many do you have? We are aiming for number 7.
You need to go through Leipzig. You need to go through Leipzig first, man. Chill. You can't beat Burnley, let alone.
Let's go around everyone. So, Eric, Liverpool, Man City. How are you viewing this game?
To be honest, I feel like I'm a little bit worried for Klopp. I'm a little bit worried. I think they might get slapped.
You think they're going to baptize him?
They might be. It might be a sacrifice. It might be bad. Honestly,
if I see 7-0 tomorrow, please, I am not coming to Hangout tomorrow. I'm not coming. I swear to God. If I see 7-0, I'm not showing up. I am not showing up. I'm not.
No. Look, let's just write down. If Man City give birth to Liverpool at Anfield, I think Klopp. No, bro. I think Klopp may throw like racial slurs towards Spanish people or something in the post-match conference. Like, it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly.
Yeah.
I don't. No. But okay, Eric. Why do you see? Here's the thing. My thing is, Liverpool just looks very shaky, and I think Klopp even looks shaky. So my thing is, because Jamal has a key point. City are like, see, on one level, City are like, you know what? Let's win this title. 1-0 good. But Jamal is also right. Pep has like a chip on his shoulder against Klopp. And maybe Pep is like, you know what? Let's really show them up. They're vulnerable right now. Let's play our best possible football, because if City destroy Liverpool, I think psychologically it will just mess them up for the rest of the season.
It's already bad right now. Did you see Klopp's press conference?
Oh yeah,
it doesn't look good. Klopp, I'm hoping Pep just decides to be kind and just honestly. Remember what happened after they won last season, and they gave them the guard of honor.
Oh yeah.
And then they destroyed them. 4-0. It could be worse than that. Honestly, it could be really bad. But it's looking like a Man City win. Like, I can't see any other thing happening. Man City are not conceding goals. They're not conceding goals.
And Liverpool are finding it hard to score goals.
Yeah, exactly. So they couldn't score against Brighton. They couldn't score against Burnley. How are you going to score against Man City?
They scored against Tottenham.
We don't talk about those guys.
Let's be honest. Mourinho defensive.
Tottenham are looking bad right now. Don't talk about Tottenham.
Okay.
But they couldn't. It's only looking one way. But I think you might be. Pep might be cautious. I'm expecting Pep to just be professional. Nice 1-0, 2-0 win, and move on to the next game, hopefully. But it's looking very bad. People saying Klopp out, very silly.
Idiots.
Ridiculous.
Idiots.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean,
it's a joke.
See. Any Liverpool fan out there saying Klopp out, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Because forget that guy. Because my thing is that's not how life works. You don't always win. You not always look good. You're not going to go through the hard times with the guy who delivered you the Premier League after how long? Who delivered you a freaking Champions League? Who delivered you 96 points? He has earned the right for you to struggle and go through the hard times with him and support him. He's earned that right. So it is what it is. It happens. I think Klopp, which is what he did when he got Van Dijk. Maybe this will now make him a better manager to know that, okay, you need to have a contingency for a contingency for a contingency. So when going into a season, have 3. But here's the thing, because I was watching ESPN FC. Van Dijk, Matip, Gomez. What is the likelihood that 3 of your main central defenders get season-ending injuries? Let's keep it real. I know that you shouldn't whinge and so forth, but guys, your 3 main central defenders have season-ending injuries.
And Jota is out for 3 months.
I mean, that is, come on, it's pretty
Jota's
unlucky.
back and Mane's back, right?
Oh, Jota's back.
No, Jota is not back for this game. I think he's about 3.
Mane is back. I think Jota is in training. Mane is back.
Wait. So let me say. So from King and Bani, who says, big clubs are successful because of money. Why do fans bash City? Because they're morons. This is modern football. Modern football is about spending money. It's about investing. So Man City are not doing anything else that any other modern club should not be freaking doing. So you holding that against them.
They don't generate their own money. That's the problem.
Who cares?
It's
Who
a snobbish thing they do.
Real Madrid was owned by state.
Yeah, who cares? Money is money. What? Who cares? Also, Suna, talk to me. Man City, Liverpool. Also, Suna.
Yeah. So, I think that this is always a bad matchup for Pep, no matter how Liverpool is doing. But right now, I just don't see Liverpool winning. I don't see them winning any game, even with their wins against Tottenham and against
West Ham.
West Ham, yeah.
But do you still think? Because I do agree with you to an extent that it's always a bad matchup. But do you think it's a bad matchup when you know that City are going to attack without having to deal with the defensive qualities of Van Dijk or Gomez or Matip?
It's never really been a struggle of City getting past that defense. It was more their defense that was the problem.
Ruben Diaz.
Exactly. And so I would say more because their defense is gotten better. So that means they're going to have less problems with Mane, Salah, whoever is there. And if it's not them and it's a Shaqiri or Shaqiri, as I like to call him now, or obviously Chamberlain to defend, then it's even less to worry about. So I still think that it's never going to be fun for Pep to play this game. I think it will be a draw. I would say.
So you don't see this as a City when you think a draw?
Yeah. I still think that City are not invincible. You know, they look like it, but they haven't really come up against a real team in a while. And so let's see if Liverpool can show it to them, or
I agree.
or otherwise,
I want to hear what Red Devils is.
They're really going to be in for a shock if they're not careful, because otherwise suddenly United are only 2 points behind them. Sure, they have a game in hand, but suddenly it looks like it's going to be interesting again if City don't get at least a draw out of it.
All right, Ahmad.
Can I begin with a question to the Liverpool guys?
Yes.
Because I think this. Like, do you guys think that Klopp is a system merchant manager?
No.
What does that even mean? What does that mean?
What do you mean?
This is why I think this, because he plays the same system all the time, and obviously when you have injuries you need to change, but he hasn't changed. Liverpool looks clueless when they play. They need to change things up. Yes.
Yeah, I think you say if it's a system, you forget Dortmund club. This football we're playing now is not the same as Dortmund. So how can you say he's a system merchant?
But he got found out at Dortmund at the end.
So how does that make him a system merchant?
No. But then he changed. You see, once you change, you're not a system merchant. A system merchant is that no matter what, you'll keep to your main formation and system all the way through. Which we see, the biggest system merchant right now is Ten Hag. No matter what, Ten Hag is going to maintain that system, win, lose or draw.
I'm sorry.
What about Hansi Flick?
Sorry as well.
I think there is a bit more variation in what Hansi Flick tries to do. I don't think he doggedly relies on a system as much as Ten Hag does. But continue, Ahmed. Continue.
Yeah, but about the game. This game will show if Fraudiola will strike again or not. If he goes to the game, like he does every time, especially in the Champions League when he was up against Liverpool, if he goes all out and gets hit on the counter, that would be mad, because he needs to learn from this. When he goes all out against Liverpool, Liverpool attacks them and hurt them on the counter attack. He needs to be more smart this game. So if he goes toe to toe with Liverpool, I actually fancy Liverpool to win this game. Even though they have Ruben Diaz, who has been good for 10 games, or Stones, who has been good for 10 games, I still think Liverpool can win this if Fraudiola strikes again. But if he's smart and try to tactically win against Klopp, I think it's because of the bad form Liverpool are on. I think City can win it. But it depends. If Guardiola strikes,
Ahmed, is anybody allowed to call him that? Honestly, it's so
Yes.
disrespectful. Why are you
because
calling him
he has
Guardiola?
he's changed things up
Come on,
in the
it's-
big
it's-
games
it's too-
with
it's too
City.
harsh, man.
You disrespect Fergie like that, man. Come on. So let's be.
I don't.
Two CLs.
Eric, I don't want to talk about Pep. I beg. I don't want to talk about Pep.
I'd like you mute your
I
mic.
do not.
And I'm coming to you soon, so you better be prepared. So Ahmad, what are you saying in this game then? So you're going to say a draw? You think Liverpool will win?
If City goes all out, Liverpool will win. But if Pep is smart and maybe is a bit more pragmatic, I think City will win this.
Red Devil Studio, talk to me.
First and foremost, let's be real. When you've got like the Gunda, when you've got the foe, okay, when you've got the D, when you've got these.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not
working. I'm just saying, when you've got these types of players that can ball, that can G, then Liverpool can have problems. I'm going to just put that out there in the like when you've got these guys.
Just take your loss, but take your loss. You absolutely sad man. You sad man.
It's like, so you just take those guys and they'll ball. No, I mean, Klopp is clearly rattled. And I think he's still in a press conference when he was kind of like, "Oh, City have had more rest than we have," and that is strange from Klopp because he doesn't tend to use mind games,
Yeah.
So that was that. Even Pep was like, "That's odd. Klopp doesn't usually do that." So, and I was like, "What the? That's." So clearly something's going on. He's clearly rattled with what's going on, which isn't a good sign because you then carry that into the team going forward. If Mane and Fabinho are fit, because I think the key thing for Liverpool winning this game, if they're going to win it, is where is Henderson and Fabinho going to play? So specifically, where's Henderson going to play?
Mm-hmm.
I think if Henderson plays in the midfield, okay, and organizes that and gets things together, then okay, they've still got a good shot. And if Mane's balling, because I don't think Pep Guardiola, though he's been more pragmatic, it's not like they're going to be putting 10 or 11 men behind the ball or whatever. Like Ahmed has rightfully said, in the big games with teams, Pep tends to overthink things. And let's be real, if you look at the current table, the top six are, Pep's record against isn't that great, to be honest. Like, he came to United, he drew, it was a boring draw. Leicester City, he lost. Liverpool, they drew. West Ham, I actually think was a draw as well.
He lost to Uncle Mo.
He lost to Spurs. And Everton, I don't think they played yet because that's their game in hand. The only team there you can see is Chelsea, and let's be real, we don't count Chelsea, to be honest. Dead club.
Say it louder.
Dead club. That's your dead club.
Dead.
Reverse, man. Reverse, baby.
If you don't get top 4, HH, what's happening.
Red Devil, this has
nothing to do with
Chelsea. Can you please?
I know.
Focus on the topic. Thank you.
Putting out there. But the point I'm trying to make is that we given us that Pep's record against these teams has been, but it hasn't. So it will be interesting to see because this month after this they play Leicester and then they play Spurs. So if Pep, I guess what I'm trying to say is that like City are favourites, but I wouldn't be surprised if Pep loses because he does tend to overthink things when it comes to pressure. But regardless, I probably predict a draw in this game because I just think Klopp's. Yeah, go on,
Would you rather Liverpool?
Wait, Jimbo. You have to let Jamal talk first. Jamal.
Yeah.
It's Red Devil. Are you the only one in this hangout think that how the title isn't over? The title is over, man. Like I'm hearing you talk and you saying that how it's not over. You really think Liverpool and Manchester United have a chance? It's over, man. So
yeah, no, I think City are going to win, but it's just like. It's not like previous seasons where Liverpool and City at this point in the season were 15 points clear or something. Like we're still talking equivalent of 2 or 3 games in terms of points, not like 5 or 6 or 7. But in the context of this game, though, like the reality is Klopp wants to win this game. It's as simple as that. And even if we just talk about pure momentum, because the reality is the Champions League is going to be next week. And are you telling me that if you take a beating to City at Anfield, that when you go to Leipzig, I don't know what's going on about the game, assuming it goes ahead.
Yeah.
That what's his name, Nagelsmann isn't going to sense that and think, hey, I'm sensing blood here. We can maybe do something on these Liverpool guys.
No, but remember, like Premier League and Liga and Champions League
I know
to differentiate.
I know, but I mean, but there is still a psychological element there. Like, especially if you take a drumming, you know, like a good example today. I mean, is like we beat Southampton 9-0, and Southampton struggled to beat a Newcastle side. There was still an element of like recovery from Southampton, given the drumming.
No, I don't think so, because every time that Champions League music hits, we just become a different beast. I don't know what happens. It's literally must be something psychological.
Red Devil, will you listen to the
Undisputed, relax. Undisputed, relax, more relax. So Red Devil, so are you saying City win? Are you saying Liverpool win?
No, I'll say it's a draw. To be honest, I think it's going to be just like when United played City at Old Trafford. They're both going to be very cautious. No one's to lose, and it's going to be a boring, probably 0-0, 1-1 draw. Because let's be real, like what big game this season has actually lived up to the hype this season?
True.
No.
True. Okay, so before I come to Abdullah, let me just think this. So from Latin Lozaro says, lead level is right. It ain't over. Chelsea are not winning it.
Yes.
And Chelsea are going to get knocked out because Chelsea are not really doing that thing. Latin Lozaro, that's a bit harsh to say about Chelsea. That's really harsh.
Yes,
you know? I would like you to talk to me about Man City and Liverpool. Talk to me.
Yeah, I got a question for the Liverpool fans. Is Sadio Mane fit and Fabinho playing tomorrow or no?
I don't think he'll put them in. That's the problem. Because we have too many new guys coming into this team, and it's such a risk. We have the two center backs. We got Mane, Fabinho. It's too much of a risk to put them all in at once.
So Mane is not playing tomorrow, or is he going to be on the bench?
I think he'll be on the bench. He'll come off the bench.
So Fabinho is not playing tomorrow.
No,
my friend, talk about the game, man.
If Fabinho is not playing tomorrow, I can say an induction in that Liverpool team, because Trent Alexander-Arnold, I do not trust that guy as a right back. Very good attacking.
When you say an induction, are we talking 3, 4,
easy.
5? What are
I'm seeing 6, 7. Because of one player, not just because of the defense, because of one player.
It's at Anfield. It's at Anfield. You can't say that.
They've been beaten in Anfield already. The Anfield the juju is over. Burnley beat them at Anfield. Brighton beat them at Anfield. So don't come at this Anfield stuff. If this is it here, I have two predictions in my mind. If Pep is very smart enough, he should just put Foden with TAA together. Don't put Sterling, just put Foden. Put Foden with TAA, because when he goes forward,
TAA has been garbage.
One not Sterling.
Garbage.
No, not Sterling. If we put Foden with TAA, because if TAA goes front, if Foden is very clinical than Sterling. Sterling is not clinical. Yeah, if Foden is playing tomorrow and I'm seeing Foden one-on-one with TAA, I'm off in the TV. I'm off in the TV. I'm off in the TV, because if Foden play tomorrow with TAA, that guy can go forward, but backward, he doesn't. No, he can't go there. He can't do that.
Foden is better than Raheem Sterling.
For me, in terms of being clinical, it's better than Raheem Sterling.
Clinical for 3 years.
No. Clearing has
he missed an open goal in the Champions League.
He's a better player than Foden.
Wait, what is that? I'm like, talk.
For me, in terms of being clinical, I would choose Foden ahead of Raheem Sterling for me. If I'm saying Foden playing tomorrow is a problem, so that's why I'm worried with Liverpool. And Anderson, and I don't know which kind of central back is going to be pairing with together. Maybe
do you think
Nico Williams or that.
Do you see a scenario how Liverpool could win this game, or this is either a draw or a Man City win?
There's a chance Liverpool can win is if Kyle Walker plays tomorrow, because that guy is a class A. If he plays tomorrow, it's problem. I would prefer Cancelo to play tomorrow ahead of Kyle Walker, because I don't really trust Cancelo that much, Kyle Walker that much as a right back. That's what I'm saying. If Sadio Mane play tomorrow, is good, because one-on-one with Mane and Kyle Walker one-on-one, Kyle Walker is gonna be causing mistake a lot. This is gonna give Liverpool upper hand. But if Cancelo play tomorrow, Cancelo is very good in defensive phase than Kyle Walker. So that's my issue. So that's what I'm saying. I have two predictions at the moment. And if Man City beat Liverpool tomorrow, not just 1-0, not 2-0, not 3-0, I'm not coming for this team tomorrow. If I'm seeing an induction, I am not showing up. Because I've backed Klopp a lot, and I still believe he's a world-class manager.
My friend,
You'll
be here first. You'll be here.
No.
First one here. Jimbo Jones, talk to me, man. This game.
Listen, talking about Liverpool versus Man City.
Yeah.
Listen, Liverpool have won the league last year. They're probably gonna win it. They're probably gonna beat Man City. Let's be real.
Based on what?
Jimbo, you realize that Liverpool lost to this yesterday. This is who they lost to.
But bro, they beat Tottenham. When it comes to the big games, I feel like Liverpool can. I don't know what Klopp does. I feel like he talks to them in the change rooms, and he knows how to like gas them up.
But but Liverpool have been badly informed. City have been in serious form. This has probably been some of the worst form Liverpool have been in years.
Okay,
and City have been in very good form.
I don't think City will win. I think the worst that City can do is probably a draw.
So why specifically don't you think City can win based on how well City have been playing and how bad Liverpool playing, and also Liverpool have lost twice at Anfield?
I thought Liverpool are just good against big teams. Did they beat Man United? Did they beat?
No, they didn't.
It was a draw.
Oh, they lost Man United, didn't it?
No, draw.
Yeah, they lost the Cup as well.
They beat
lost the Cup.
I just
Why are
feel
you
like,
mentioning? Oh my!
I just felt like Liverpool beat Tottenham. Liverpool beat City. Sorry, I felt like Liverpool beat City. There's something about City. Come on, we gotta admit there's something about City. They can't beat Liverpool in the past few years as well. They can't beat.
They beat them 4-0. They beat them 4-0 last season.
No, it doesn't count. Liverpool had already won the league.
They already won the league.
That's what I'm saying, man. Do you know what I mean?
Okay,
This thing is a lie. For the last 3 years, Man City have a better record in the Premier League over Liverpool.
But guys, are we forgetting that Guardiola exists? When he exists, everything is possible.
No. But I'm gonna remember, Guardiola only gets initiated in the Champions League knockouts. That's when Guardiola comes to light. Not really in these kinds of games. But look, maybe it's different. So let me come to Gatlo. So Gatlo, what do you say? City, Liverpool, man.
One second. I
Okay.
feel like fucking the Man United pressure is on Man City. That's what I feel like. The Man United pressure is on Man City.
Man United what?
I feel like look, Man United.
No pressure. He has a game in hand. He can decide to lose tomorrow and win everything. He has a game in hand. He can lose tomorrow and win everything. So what's the pressure?
I don't like to admit Man United are doing well, but they are, bro. I feel like they have pressure.
Man United are doing well, but the problem with United, the consistent level in United is not been there. I keep saying it from day one. The consistency has to be there.
Wait. So
no, they might. City can fall any minute. That's the thing.
No, it's okay. Before I come to guys, so guys, remember, guys, we've got over 200 guys up in here. Like that vid, guys.
Okay.
Drop that like button, guys. Like that vid. Like that vid. Gatlock, talk to us, man. Talk to us.
Gatlock, Mr. Fucking, I'll catch you slipping.
Mr. Jimbo, you've talked to me.
Relax. Look, Jimbo, you've been watching Arsenal too much. The other teams that actually keep consistency up, not just 2 or 3 games.
Wait, sorry, who does Gatlock support? By the way, I don't know. I'm new.
You see, that's the beauty of me.
Gatlock will never
you
say
can't come back at me.
City, Liverpool, man.
Now, second of all, HH, kindly pull up the table. Click on Liverpool, please.
Sure.
Can you scroll down? No, up. No, yeah, previous results. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Again. Now stop.
Oh,
now look at that game up
Newcastle,
there. West Brom.
Oh, wow.
Last year, literally in 2020, was the last time they scored in Anfield.
Wow. Are you kidding me?
Wait, what?
No, that's a lie. Wait, okay, so
scroll down.
So they didn't score there.
Scroll down.
What?
Scroll down.
Oh no. Oh
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm changing my prediction. I'm changing my prediction.
Based on what?
I am changing my prediction.
Undisputed, Jamal. Come on, what do you guys say, man?
I'm changing my prediction.
Mohamed Salah is the best player in Spain.
I don't think you guys understand.
Talk.
I don't think you guys understand. These guys have not scored at Anfield for a while now. All the beatings they've been giving on that people has been away from home.
Wait, Gareth, are you saying that basically, what's his name? The Burnley striker, Adams, has more goals in 2021 in Anfield than Liverpool?
Wait, what did Gallup say? I missed it. Please, someone tell me.
Look, Gatlock, continue, my friend.
Look, Liverpool, because of their history, is the only reason why people are giving them a chance in this game. And to be fair, if Pep does what he does, like against Lyon, then Liverpool have a chance. But the thing is, Pep is more of a league guy. He won't really do that kind of stuff in this situation. And one more thing again, go back.
To where? Oh, the table.
Yeah, the table. And click on Manchester City. Now, look at all their clean sheets. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Ridiculous. Keep scrolling.
Hey, Chelsea. Let's see.
How bad was Lampard really?
Lampard massacre.
Keep scrolling. EPL. I'm not counting.
How bad was Lampard really? Yeah. How bad was Lampard really?
West Brom as well at the last time they lost. Now, when this and now Red Devil was talking about United's draw, the 0-0. The thing is, no offense, but that's more United's issue because you guys are at home. You're supposed to be the one to score City. Liverpool have not really been doing too well at home. I mean, they've not really, they've not really been scoring much. And since this run started, City have been on a massive amount of form, man. So based on the forms of both teams, I don't see Liverpool, even though they're at Anfield, because that hoodoo has been broken. They've drawn a few times, I think, in Anfield against West Brom and against United, and they've lost twice. So that hoodoo has been broken. And Atalanta beat them as well, if we're stretching to Champions League as well. So looking at both those things, because there's one thing about Pep this season that I've not seen in other seasons, and that is his defense. This guy has considered only 13 goals here. No disrespect, but United right now are defensive horrors. I mean, how can you want a title challenge with 30 goals considered already at this stage? 30.
Yep, I agree.
Teams that win the league, that's what they concede. That's the minimum they concede. So, like I said this thing before the reverse fixture earlier, when I said that City are not conceding. Let's not forget, one of the games in this 13 was the 5 against Leicester. So if you cancelled out that one game, you can say in 20 games, minus this 5, is what? 8 games in the rest of the 20. 8 goals considered in the rest of 20. The only team that has that kind of defensive record is Atletico Madrid. We know this team can score. Jesus is pumping. I think Ferran Torres is back from injury. I can't really remember, but I think what the fuck? No. I think Ferran Torres, I don't know if he was playing before back.
Gundogan also is scoring goals. I think this year is the best of Gundogan is scoring goals too. Look at KDB.
Let him speak, man.
Gundogan has always been good. I've been rating him. He scored in Champions League final. I know it was a penalty, but Lewandowski could not step up to take that penalty. Gundogan had to, and the guy sold Neuer, a guy who won the World Cup next year. So if it wasn't for injuries, I think he would have even played that World Cup.
Very good. True.
Coming back to this game, I see that if Pep does not do that his rubbish where he changes things anyhow, I see City winning. The only issue is if Liverpool play their high line against City. Because everybody's saying, if City does this, does that. Liverpool at home, they are the ones under pressure. You are the ones behind by a lot of points. And
champions.
And no offense to United, like I said, these guys concede too many, they ship in too many goals, man. Yeah, okay. So to me, I feel the defensive team will win. I think City is going to take this game in. That's what I feel. I think in attack they can score, they've shown it. And in defense they can hold them.
So you're saying City for the win then?
Yes, City for
That look, you're not talking about
Wait, it's my
in
friend.
the
You're not
reverse
talking
picture of
about
this
Allen
stuff.
Arnold.
Salah
You're not
scored a
talking about
penalty.
Arnold.
Wait. Let me bring this boy. Coach? Talk to us. Man City, Liverpool. What's your take for the game? City, Liverpool.
I'm gonna go City. I just think they're better on the form. I think Liverpool have been hit hard with the injuries, as we know. Of course, Matip looking to be out for, let's say, 6 to 8 weeks, and that's looking like he may not return for the rest of the season. And I think just going away, you just need your strongest back line. They don't have that. I think, to be honest, we just Liverpool's form hasn't been that great as well. And I just think the way City are set up and they're really they're playing their football, defensively looking solid. It's going to be very, very hard for a team to beat them. So I'm going to go maybe a 3-1 City. City at home, right? They're at Etihad, right?
No, it's at Anfield.
Anfield, okay. There's no fans, so that won't make any difference. Now it's at Anfield, actually. It's a tough one because City have won Anfield for, I think, since 2003. That's what, like 18 years. So that's going to play in their minds. But again, there's no fans. So I'm still going to go City to win. But I'm going to make, from now as at Anfield, I'm going to say like a 2-1 City win.
Okay. So, what's it called? So, see, here's my thing there, just to sort of run.
Richard, I wanted to ask Gatlock something before you go.
Okay.
Gatlock, you were talking about Liverpool. You didn't mention Arnold. That is a liability for them because I think Klopp need another right back that can deputize for Arnold. If Arnold, because this is the issue. If Arnold go front, what causes that high line is Arnold, not other defender. Because if Arnold go front, he doesn't know how to
the best right back in the world. They
No
said it was the
offense.
best right back in the world.
No offense, but who is marking Arnold? That ballerina. I don't really trust the dude that much. Okay, so ballerina.
That's why I said if Guardiola use Foden tomorrow is a wrap. I don't want to see Sterling in that match tomorrow because Sterling is gonna be pissing me off tomorrow. I want to see Foden play tomorrow because that guy is money. If Foden play tomorrow, Arnold is a wrap for me. I'm off in the TV. I'm not even watching it tomorrow.
Note that City are doing well and HS has not actually nicknamed anybody. No wonder they're doing well.
No, okay, look, see, this is my thing about... See, I told you, this is always my thing about Pep and Man City. If Pep wins the Premier League this season, well done, congrats. And I think winning it this season is even more so a great achievement based on just how difficult the season is because of the whole COVID thing and people, the whole fixture congestion and so forth. Hence why Klopp trying to say, oh, City have had more of a rest time and therefore they have an advantage. I just think that's just a poor use of mind games over him. But, like, as I said again, like, look, the key thing for Pep has been Ruben Dias. And I think that is why coming into this game, maybe that's going to be the big day difference, is what Ruben Dias has done for the defense. And basically, it's what Klopp did with Van Dijk. Get just somebody who knows how to do it.
Yeah, well, that's why for me you can't put this on all thing on Pep, because the reality is that they bought it. They bought they spent 100 million on centre backs again in the summer.
But you have to credit him for pinpointing the player, though.
Yeah, well, that's so. Yeah, so then why are you not crediting Oli for pointing in Bruno?
But you got to look at it. Like, he's done well with Stones as well.
Sorry?
He's done well with Stones. He's revitalized Stones. He's playing well.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Red Devil, what trophy has Bruno won Man United?
What trophy has Diaz won at City yet?
City.
Diaz last year.
The point I'm trying to make is that it's not that Pep Guardiola has somehow like made Ruben Diaz a better. Ruben Diaz was a great defender.
Red Devil. In a shorter space of time, at least Diaz is in a final and in Champions League round of 16.
Yeah, but I don't know what your point is. Like, I'm not saying Diaz is not a bad defender. I'm saying that's not on Pep making Ruben Diaz somehow a better defender. That's on him identifying a good signing. Well, the sporting director identifying signing, spending the money.
Are United broke?
No. But Red Devil. Let's be fair though. Everybody's still complimenting Klopp when he got Van Dijk. Yes, Van Dijk did transform him, but people are like, man, Klopp.
Like it's something else. United are broke.
United are broke, man. You can go for defenders, man. You ain't in Barcelona.
Yeah, come on, Gatlock, come on. You know about the ball. Let's not go. Let's not have a debate about United.
Okay. Question: are you guys targeting the right people?
Okay, so Ahmad, you want to
I just have a question. Didn't like the season they signed Maguire? Didn't they target Ruben Diaz for 30 million?
Yeah, no, you're right.
They did.
Ruben Diaz, but just like we targeted Erling Haaland, just like we targeted all these other players.
Why do you like targeting some unrealistic buys No offense, United, you need to go and shop in the prospects camp, okay? Like the Ajax, the teams with youngsters, okay? That's where you need to shop.
We signed Van der Beek, Gatlock.
And what is he doing right now? He's on the bench.
Yeah,
But,
no, exactly.
Yeah, you got him from Ajax, like I said. That's where you need to sign from. Where the Trent come from? Where the Robertson come from? All those players, that's where you need to shop. You can't shop in the. No offense, teams are looking at United and they'll be like, "Bruh, you want me to come to this team that has a convicted criminal at the back, that has a guy named Lindelof at the back? I'll be competing with who? Van der Beek is not getting a game, and I'll come in there and I have hairstyle changer coming to the team and it's about to leave the club. So, bro, there are so many things in this United team. Although I'll give you guys credit, you guys are becoming more stable now, but you have a long way to go in your defense, especially your defense.
Yeah, I mean that's like we need to like the only reason why when people say that is that I don't think whatever you say about Harry Maguire, and I'll give this a defense to him, is that whatever you say about him, he is Manchester United's only fit defender. That's the reality, because all the other defenders that we have.
So basically, it's a defensive missing mount.
Where's Bailly?
Bailly's injured. Phil Jones is injured. Rojo is gone. Lindelof has a recurring back injury.
Did you say Phil Jones?
Who's Maguire?
Sorry?
Who's with Maguire? Who's Maguire?
Lindelof. But Lindelof, we know.
Wait, quick. Let me ask this, and this is to Redolf here and FC.
Yeah.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough.
Mates, shush. Who greenlit the 80 million for the convicted criminal named as Maguire?
That's the board. That's the board. But to be honest, this is the same board that decided Alexis Sanchez was 400,000 plus a week in salaries, which was an absolute joke. But in defense to Harry Maguire, like I said, to be honest, he is our only fit centre back. If Maguire was injured, who actually plays in Manchester United's back line? Because everyone else is injured. And Lindelof is carrying a back injury.
Wait, to be fair, if you put anybody else there, would they really get anyone?
Who did got up here tonight? Sorry, I can't remember.
Yeah, he played with Lindelof, but Lindelof, we know that Lindelof basically has a bad back injury. So
why
like,
is he playing then?
You know, Johnny Evans has considered less than Maguire, right?
Where's that? I don't understand.
No, because I think those are the only fits.
I have a question to you, Chich.
That's my point I'm trying to make.
Wait, guys.
Chich, I have a question to you.
Wait.
He plays with back injury. No, he plays with back injury.
Wait. I've got something to the panel.
Yeah, I got a question for you, Chich, before you go.
Okay.
And thank God, Gatlock is here. Gatlock, you are here now. Thank God you are here.
Wait. Okay, you can ask me. Okay, quickly ask the question. Okay,
I know we've been doing very well as a Chelsea fans. So,
oh my God!
let me ask. Gatlock is here. So, if HH flip up or HH say something that is out of bounds, Gatlock is gonna induct him. So, Gatlock is.
So, what do you want to say?
I know we've been doing very well, and we've been kind of playing very well. So if eventually we beat Atletico Madrid, do you see us winning the Champions League or not? AJ, don't go over. I'm just asking the question. If you go over,
please, let's move on. Please.
Let him answer.
Moving on very swiftly. So, guys, I want to just put something out to the panel here. Let's just ignore that nonsense that's trying to mess up my whole juju thing. Kovacic, Mateo Kovacic, guys. I think everybody needs to apologize to me. All of you guys told me that Kovacic wasn't that good. All of you people. You told me Kovacic was just a sideshow. Guys, I think you'll have to admit that he's already one of the best central midfielders in the Premier League. That's a fact.
And
that's a cold hard fact. That's a cold hard fact. He's not called the Chich, he's called Mateo Jeremiah Kovacic. Let me land. Guys, Kovacic's football is next level. I think in terms of what he does in the central midfield, you can now see how he's transforming this team. Because people talk about Bruno Fernandes, who failed the eye test. He got a 32% on the eye test.
Clip this Gatlock, please.
So
clip this, man.
Can I just Wait.
How about speaking facts there?
So can people just give some love to Mateo Kovacic what this guy has done? So Eric, please preach to these people about Kovacic, specifically the haters who didn't give Kovacic his due as easily one of the best central midfielders in the Premier League. Eric. Oh wow, I think. Okay, Abdullahi, talk to me about Kovacic.
I think the problem. I watched Kovacic in Madrid and I watched him in Chelsea under Sir Oga Agbaoye Lampard.
Talk.
Under Lampard, Kovacic is like, I don't know. Is some even under Sarri when people were kind of saying Sarri, but Kovacic and the Jorginho kind of work very well. Because when Sarri was playing the Kovacic, Jorginho, N'Golo Kante 4-3-3 formation, he plays very, very well. So under Tuchel, he's been playing very well. Because that's the kind of Kovacic I want to see. But the problem I have with Kovacic is
why were people abusing him before? Why were they
because of the end product? He doesn't have the end product. He doesn't have the end product.
Abdullahi, I need to come after. Are you done?
No. Let me just.
Okay, sorry.
You say end product
because of the end product. It doesn't have.
How much end product does Xavi have? Toni Kroos. How much the end product do they have?
No, see, in terms of technical ability, I think Mateo Kovacic has that ability. If he same drive the ball, he can also beat the press. That's why I say I'm always very impressed when he plays for Chelsea. Like, yes, I want Kovacic to play because I can trust that kind of player in him very well. That's why I said Kovacic Conte can work in a double pivot very well than Jorginho Conte because Jorginho is liability. But if Mateo Kovacic work on Kovacic, because Kovacic knows the job, he knows what to do, and also Conte who knows what to do. So that's why my problem with when I want him to improve more is his goal scoring. When he get the ball from the midfield, shoot or at least make an assist to shoot to kind of improve his style in terms of creativity and everything. But the problem I'm having with Kovacic is his end product. In terms of that, he has that ability as a midfielder, and I kind of rate him very well.
What end product in terms of through balls or finishing?
Finishing, goal scoring, assist, and this kind of stuff. He needs to improve it.
Wait. Abdullahi, do people rely? Did people ever rely on Xavi for his finishing?
You are talking about Xavi. Okay.
Do people ever rely on Toni Kroos?
You can't compare Xavi and Toni Kroos to Mateo Kovacic. People may bring up Bruno Fernandes, but Bruno Fernandes has an end product. He pass and he shoot he has end product.
No. You said end product. What is the end product that people are relying on for Toni Kroos?
Okay. If you look at can I reply that question? Can I reply that question briefly? HH. Toni Kroos has Cristiano Ronaldo in front of him. Kovacic has Werner. There are levels to this.
Respect Werner.
Respect Werner. The dude has Abraham.
So basically, you're making my points for me then.
No, We'll get. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay.
Because he says no end product, but your end product is reliant on who are you giving the ball to. That's one. No, wait. That's one level, but that's not even the level that I'm even arguing. For Real Madrid, the guy who is really required to create and do the stuff is Modric, because he's the guy that breaks from midfield. In Barcelona, the guy that's required to do the creativity and goal scoring and an assist is Iniesta, because he's the guy that breaks from midfield. Kovacic is not really the guy that is really supposed to break from midfield and come into the attack. He can carry the ball, but it's if you're doing a 4-3-3, he's not the third midfielder that's allowed to break. If it's a 4-2-3-1, he's in the double pivot, so it's the number 10 that's supposed to be the guy that should have the end product of the scoring and the passing. So Eric, he says, Eric.
Let me be fair. So you're talking about Kovacic. Let me bring Paul Pogba to this extent now. If you look at Labiu, when Labiu drives the ball and when he shoots, we know Labiu when he pass, he has that passing. The problem we're having with Paul Pogba is the consistency. That is where people doesn't rate him that high, because they say KDB, Bruno Fernandes is ahead of him. Why? Because they have that consistency in them. They've been doing it week in and week out, and they'll be showing it. But Labiu doesn't show it consistency. That's why it's not being rated highly. That's my problem with Kovacic too. If Kovacic can drive ball and shoot and score goals, yes, he can be in the conversation. If he can drive ball and actually make a pass for that, maybe kind of a winger or a striker to score goals, then those are the outputs we need to see on Mateo Kovacic for him to go higher. He needs that output to improve his game a lot. He needs it. That's the end product. Everybody is kind of crying out. He has that ability.
Eric, talk to me, Eric.
Right. My Wi-Fi head Hitchich give praising Kovacic and he turned off. Kovacic, I'm not going to disrespect Kovacic. I like Kovacic. He's a good player. He's good enough to be in this team. He should be starting a lot of games for us. I'm not going to disrespect Kovacic. Kovacic, we saw how good Kovacic could be last season under Lampard. By the way, same Lampard. But we'll move from that. Kovacic is what he is. He's a ball carrier. He keeps possession. He has good movement. With the ball, he drives with the ball. He plays well with the ball, and he's just like a water carrier kind of player. He's limited. I'm not expecting him to score goals. He scored like 2 goals in 2 years or something like that. There's a reason why he doesn't start ahead of Modric and Rakitic in the Croatian national team. But
so Eric, I'm sorry. I'll be very brief. Let me just understand this. I wish H agrees with logic to his arguments. Like the other day, he was saying Chile was done out here. Don't be a mug. You're better than that. I pray to the Lord in heaven. Chile isn't referring to Ben Chilwell. If it's referring to Ben Chilwell, your brain must not exist, because the Ben Chilwell I've seen is complete and utter gutter trash. And in this system, he is done, because the guy is freaking garbage as a left wing back.
Let's move on. I don't want to talk about Chilwell. Sorry. What was I saying about Kovacic? Yeah. Kovacic is overrated this season. You can't deny it. Like, yes, you say he's not there for the goals and the assists all the time, but you can't deny that he has had very poor performances. He has been poor. Just using the eye test, you look at.
With poor this season?
Yes, this season. Most of his games this season have been
under who? Has he been poor since Tuchel has taken over in this system?
No, he's played well, but
you're calling and Eric, a system greatly affects the performance of a player.
He also played well last season. Remember,
so is he a system merchant?
He's still I was about to say it. He's
Whoa. Sorry, what was that? Okay, Eric, go.
Yeah. We can't use that whole Lampard thing, because he played well under Lampard last season and he was player of the season. So we can't really use that too much. But what I'm saying is, yes, it's nice to be happy about, he's playing well. It's good to praise him and everything, but I don't think he has much of an excuse with regards to the passing, because he does everything well up until the final third.
True.
And then he's like a deer in headlights. He doesn't know what to do next. So my thing is, either you're brave enough to play the through ball, or you quickly pass the ball to somebody else who is willing to do it. He just does. Like, there was one time against Spurs, he just ran up to the penalty area.
Yes. There was Luke James and Timo Werner. I was like, hey, pass this ball now. The guy was just grabbing ball.
I was shouting at the TV, pass the ball. And he just stood there, and then he tried to shoot in the end, and he lost, and it was a goal kick. And I'm like, it's really frustrating at times, but I don't want to be too harsh. He's a limited player. He's never going to be a goal scorer. I mean, you talked about Modric, but Modric scores goals as well, and he has assists.
My battery died. Is this working? You hearing any feedback? Because I'm on something else.
You sound like
okay, no, it's bad.
It's bad, bro.
Jamal, where are you? Are you doing vigilante?
Get earphones for your computer or whatever.
Earphones or something. That sounds classy. Eric, continue.
Yeah. So Kovacic is what he is. I'm not asking for too much. What I'm saying is just, okay, nice, cool. He's had 2 good games, 3 good performances ish. The game against Wolves was a bit iffy, but 3 good performances, more or less. Hopefully he can be more brave with the passing. Like, he should be able to do through ball. It's not that hard. Through ball. A professional player should be able to play through ball. It's not that difficult. And he just seems like he's too scared, or he's too hesitant to do it.
No, I think his decision making is kind of poor, because
it's not good. It's not.
Yeah,
good.
because when you look at the way he plays, people may not agree. I keep saying it. Marcus Rashford's decision making is poor. That's the problem we've been having when we compare him to Kylian Mbappe. Decision making is poor. He can dribble, he can shoot, but when you get to the final thought, do you want to pass or do you want to shoot? That's where the problem is.
All right, wait. So from I say that Chilwell is tier 1 Red Devil. Tell your boy HH. Wait, Martin, these your backyard, street level, alley level, reverse psychology things. They're not going to work. I told you that they're not going to work. Relax. So guys, now I want to just put another thing out there. Zidane. Do you think that Zidane being a horseman, he shouldn't be sacked? Because I think that you have to respect what a horseman is. And I think that if Perez, I don't think that Perez should be allowed to sack Zidane. And here's the thing about Zidane.
Really? So you're telling me because he was a legend as a player, he should not be sacked?
A horseman. Big difference.
Oh, really?
A horseman.
Interesting.
So my thing is because I was watching the Arsenal game, and I was looking at Odegaard, and I was like, you know what? This guy, he looks all right. I said, this looks all right. Then I tweeted, I said, man, Zidane, you've chosen geriatrics over a potential new wave of players to come through. And see, Zidane is very stubborn. But see, and this, I think I said this weeks ago, he's a victim of his own success. What are you going to say to a guy that's won 3 Champions Leagues in a row? What can he say?
That he was lucky.
Even you yourself disrespect Zidane. You don't give him credit for the 3 series. So why are you bringing it up now?
Excuse me, Eric.
You didn't give him credit
Eric.
for the 3 CLs.
Eric, if there is Eric, are you mad or something? If there is anybody who has consistently given Zidane credits for those 3 CLs, it's me.
Okay, is Zidane one of the best managers in the world?
Who, Zidane?
Yes or no?
It depends.
Why? Why does it depend?
As he is not as a manager.
There we go.
He isn't. Let me land. Let me talk. Let me respond to you. Yes, let me respond. He ain't Pep, Ancelotti, and these guys, but he did that. 3 CLs in a row cannot be denied. He downed it, and I'm sorry, luck can't give you 3. Ahmad, first of all, Ahmad, win a Champions League first before you can even talk. We win one first. But 3 in a row, that can't be like fluke or luck. So all I'm saying is that see, the issue with Zidane is why does he rely so much on why does he rely so much on the older guys? Why?
HH, you said Zidane's a horseman, right? So he can't be sacked. Do I have to tell you what Maradona did in that 2010 World Cup at Argentina? When he left Zanetti at home? When he left Cambiasso at home?
Did Maradona win 3 CLs for... Did he win 3 CLs? Did he win a World Cup for that team?
No.
My thing, it's a double whammy, undisputed. It's 3 Champions Leagues and a La Liga title.
2 La Liga titles.
2 La Liga titles. 2. 3 CLs, 2 La Liga titles. For me, that's... My thing is this. It's weird because I like how Perez moves. I like how he moves because which is why I say that for Chelsea fans who have issues with Abramovich, you're a bunch of losers who accept basement level. I like how Perez moves because Perez is like, bro, this is what is benchmark. I'll give you the money. You can get the best players. If you don't succeed, I will sack you. So the sack is always there, and nobody is never bigger than the club. I just wish I could. And I might call Zidane. I might call Zidane to say, look, Zizou, look, listen. You have to at least bring in a few younger players because you cannot be fully reliant on this crew to take you all the way through.
But doesn't he have Rodrigo, Vinicius, Asensio?
The problem is the young players don't provide. You can't play a season with Vinicius playing left wing. That guy is one of the most brain-dead wings I've ever seen in my life.
But here's the issue, though. We talked about Vinicius. Zidane, as good of a manager he is, he doesn't improve players. Which is the issue that Real Madrid now have, is that, see, you get to Zidane if you've got ready-made players at the peak, which is what 2016, 2017, 2018 was about.
You answered your question, Richard.
Zidane needs to show up in Dortmund and Ajax.
But how much of that is down to the player actually not being good? How can
you
you
answered,
decide?
you answered your question.
Generally,
wait. Okay, Eric, talk, Eric.
Yeah, you answered your question. You said he doesn't develop players, so he can't develop the young players, so he gets the experienced ones.
No. But my thing is that if you're Perez, then go and find that 28-year-old, 29-year-old, and so forth. Why are you shoving him with young dudes?
Madrid are broke. They don't have the money, and he's not.
Exactly.
In the last year, what has actually Perez spent?
Really?
In the last
Perez look like a man that is broke? Look at his face. Does that look like a man that is broke?
No, but I mean, he hasn't actually invested in the squad, and Hazard was the big spend. We obviously know what. Let's be real. That's Hazard was supposed to take Madrid to the next level, and he didn't. And what can
relax? If he was guys, we can all accept that if Hazard was fit, Real Madrid would win the CL. We can accept that. That's a fact.
No, they wouldn't.
He was fit.
Guys. Okay, guys, let's stop joking.
Against second leg.
Okay, guys, ha. Guys, wait, guys, let's stop joking. Let's just be serious right now. Jokes apart. If Hazard was fully fit, Real win the Champions League. Let's just accept that.
No, they can't. You can't win.
Rashford has two Champions League goals and assists.
KJ, let me answer this. I think the problem is Madrid has Hazard. Hazard in the play. He need a goal scorer in Madrid.
No, exactly.
No. Let me finish. Hazard is a playmaker. He's not a finisher. He's a creative player. So when Madrid bought Hazard, they need play like someone like Ronaldo, who are potent, someone like Lewandowski, who is consistent goal scorer, who can give them that G. That kind of player Hazard can pair with. So if you look at the problem with Madrid, they are getting the goals, but they're conceding goals too. Benzema will score today, he won't score tomorrow. He will score today, he won't score tomorrow. So then that kind of play like Haaland, who can G in anytime. That is when Hazard can work, because when you have Hazard, you have this is my number 9. So when Hazard have the ball, he can easily give it to the number 9. He will do the finishing. That's where the problem has been today. All the burden has been on Hazard to perform.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
If you look at the Heat,
hold on.
Wait. Gatlo.
I'll ask you a question. Has Hazard ever performed in a game that has final at the end of it? Quarter or semis or the final itself?
Yes, he has.
Europa League final.
Yes, he has.
Okay, Europa League final. Let's try and go up. Which other one is there?
No, nothing.
So you're telling me there's Europa League level? Huh?
FA Cup final 2018 against United.
Yeah, FA Cup final 2018.
Did you hear me what I said? I said let's go up. That's
but
from
Chelsea,
the Europa League. FA Cup is below.
What do you mean let's go up? That's the only 2 finals he's been in, apart from the League Cup. Like, we haven't been in the
FA Cup final.
That's his point.
Do you know how sad that is? And you're entering Real Madrid.
Audi Cup final.
And you're entering Double H. Can you hear what these guys are saying? Can you hear your goat is sad? He hasn't even been to a Champions League quarterfinal. You're telling me that he's going to win them the Champions League?
That's when I said I heard the rumor coming to Chelsea. That's what I said. When it comes to Chelsea now, we're not going to pay 40 million or 50 million for a player who's going to sit on the bench. He won't sit on the bench. Hazard do not sit on the bench.
No.
That's my problem.
He won't come.
Yeah, I'm hearing the rumor we're paying 40 or 50 million to him. That's a nonsense, because you can't buy Eden Hazard for 50 million, 40 million and put him on the bench. No. Team Evina may be that kind of bad.
No.
But looking Hazard overweight in EPL,
bring Hazard back to Chelsea. We need him back at Chelsea.
Wait. That Hazard that we saw in his last season for Chelsea, you say that if we saw that Hazard for Real Madrid, they don't win the Champions League?
Maybe semis.
No.
Because this is the problem with Hazard. We can say Madrid is a big team, bigger club, maybe far greater club in world. But the problem with Hazard is mentality. That he has that same problem with Chelsea too. He has the same mentality problem in Chelsea. He's been balling Chelsea out a lot for 7.5 years. But this same mentality keep happening every year. As a Chelsea fans, I've seen it in Hazard. Some matches he won't turn up, and some matches he won't turn up. Yeah.
Did you know that Marcus Rashford has more goals and assists than Eden Hazard?
Red Devil, relax. How many Premier Leagues out?
I know. I'm just saying. We're talking with the question was, will Eden Hazard, if Eden Hazard was fit, would he ball and we take Real Madrid?
I agree with facts. But my problem with what I'm letting HH to understand is the mentality problem with Hazard this has not been happening in Madrid. It's been happening in Chelsea. But Chelsea fans doesn't want to agree with it. The mentality problem we've seen in Madrid now, it's been happening in Chelsea. It's just because it's our best player. It's been bailing us a lot. So we kind of, what's called, is deficiency. We kind of cover it off. We don't open it up. The mentality has been happening. It's been bailing Chelsea out. I'm a Chelsea. I won't lie to you. It's been bailing out. But I keep seeing this mentality. Hazard will play match. He will show up. He won't like, I won't turn up. But after 5 seconds of time, you just see him dribble past player and score. Like, Hazard, you've never played anything. How do you do this thing? That kind of player who doesn't have a consistency in the team doesn't work that way. That's the problem is having in Madrid now. The mentality problem.
Hey, sorry, you know the anointing. I actually like Hazard. He's a very good player. The only issue is that he's not really, when I call about big game, he's not really that much of a big game player.
Exactly. That's a goes to mentality.
Wait. Gatlock, he says he's not a big game player. What did he do in the European final against Arsenal?
Oh, man. No, guys, I just want to say, want to defend Hazard. Just
I'm talking about the elite competitions.
No, Gatlock. It's not just the problem. The problem is that from 2012 to 2017, Chelsea's midfield was never anywhere near good enough to compete in Europe. That's a big problem.
2012 just win the Champions League?
There was so much luck attached to that. They were nowhere near the best team. The midfield was never good enough.
History will not tell you it's luck. It's just like Zidane's treat series.
No,
history will not tell you it's luck.
Gatlock.
History will tell you that Hazard came into a Champions League winning team in Chelsea
good enough to beat a Wales team in
2012.
Euros?
I could not get into the final.
Is that Belgian team good enough to beat a Wales team in the Euros semi-final?
Red Devil, what did he do in 2018?
No. I'm just saying in that Euros, the recent Euros, that Belgium was a part of. Eden Hazard was playing, and last time I checked, it was some dude called Robson Carnu that scored the winning goal. Okay, against
what did
De Bruyne was playing?
No, I'm just saying.
What did De Bruyne and what did Hazard do against this Baytech Wales team?
No.
De Bruyne didn't do anything.
Red Devil series. I'm talking about the Champions League. Chelsea was never good enough to win the Champions League when Hazard was there. Never anywhere near good enough.
What about 2015 when they won the league?
No. Give Hazard a team, he'll give you a CL. Simple.
What about 2015 that won the league, Double H?
They got to the semis.
What about 2015 that won the league with your goat Mourinho?
It still wasn't a team good enough to win the CL. Hazard was a one-man
But
army.
wasn't it good enough to at least pass the round of 16?
No,
it wasn't good enough to win this. It was not good enough to go all the way through.
In 2015,
Hazard never had
a 10 men PSG. 2015.
Guys, there is nothing you can tell me that will allow me to revise or change my view on Eden Hazard. I'm sorry.
No, guys, chill. I have a rebuttal to what you said, because you said he never had a team that can actually perform in Europe, right? Let me go back. Let me rewind back. We had Jose Mourinho in 2003. Hazard was there. Hazard came in, I think, after the Champions League 2012. Right. So we had Antonio Conte. He won us the league. We had Jose Mourinho 2015. Jose Mourinho won us the league. Do you want to tell me those midfielders we have cannot, with the combination of Eden Hazard, can't take us far further in the semis or final? That's not an excuse for me.
Was that team as good as the Chelsea 05?
That team is as good. That team is Chelsea. No. The 2015 team is good. When Jose Mourinho won the Premier League, it was good. Antonio Conte team.
Abdullahi.
Yes, I can agree that, because under Conte we never entered the Euro. I can understand that.
Abdullahi.
But when Hazard was playing during the era when we entered the Champions League, Hazard was born in the Champions League.
The issue I'm having here is that there are people that are simply just hating on Eden Hazard because of me. And no, let me land. People have an agenda against Eden Hazard based off purely me. And my issue with people is that you don't take me out of it and admit that this guy at his very best was one of the best players in the world. Nobody will ever give him that. Nobody will ever give him that whole thing. So I just think that it's very unfair, because people know deep in their hearts.
I'm taking you out of it when I look at Wales and Belgium and international.
No, you're not.
If you're going to use European, if you're going to use one European tournament for another European,
Red Devil Studios. Red Devil Studios.
Well, this is it. When we had
which one is work? Okay, Jamal wanted to say something. Jamal, talk to me.
Yeah, why you always say he won a European Cup final and not say the truth? You always say European Cup final.
Can I respond?
Yes.
It's clutching at straws.
Because Jamal, I just want to be technical. Now, of course, if you want to be real, you can call it Europa, but technically speaking, it is a European trophy.
So why isn't Firmino a horseman?
Firmino's never won a World Cup.
Yes,
he won it. It doesn't
What?
count. It doesn't count. Sorry.
Firmino won a World Cup.
No, world. Not club, world. Just
play?
world.
Who did they play?
In that same season, didn't you guys hold 6 to City? It wasn't Hazard playing on that field.
So that's the my thing is that it's a World Cup. But no, all I'm saying is that, guys, take me out of it, because this Hazard hate is poisonous and I think is very toxic.
This is an European Cup as well. This is an European Cup.
What's that?
Europe? No. Yeah.
UEFA Conference League. Is that the Conference League? Yeah.
Look. I'm not joining in that rubbish my way. Let me get this from Martin. So Martin says, thanks for the duff. No, sorry, Latin Lozario says, let's be honest here. If Fitzhazard would have led Madrid to Europa, can I get an amen led level? Latin Lozario, how about you worry about your tapping merchants leading you to a CL final? Because I can't remember last time that Juventus even won a champion. No, the last time you even won a championship was in the 90s. What has your so-called GOAT done for you in all the years he's been in for Juve? So you get to you win. Chelsea have won a Champions League more recently than your freaking Juventus. So there you go.
See, this is it. I think if you want to put an argument on something on Hazard to win, they have to be a scenario in which we phrase it. I remember I think I'm flashing back now. I remember the 2015 we had Mata. Mata was in form. We have Oscar. So Hazard was playing in that team. That team was the most informed team, both in Europe and EPL.
Abdullahi, that team was nowhere near Barcelona or Real Madrid at the time. Nowhere near.
I agree. But in EPL, that team was, for me.
We're not talking about EPL. We're talking about Champions League. Hazard has never had a Champions League winning team.
Weren't you good enough to overcome?
My issue is
guys. Wait. Let's bring in Steph. Do you have your mic working as Steph?
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Steph. So, Steph, well, we're talking about, actually no, before we even get to the whole Hazard thing, since you've not talked on this, City v Liverpool, how do you view that going on? A lot of us have said that. I think the consensus is, actually, there's not really been a consensus. Some of us have said City might destroy Liverpool. People said City may be 1-0, but some have said that Liverpool may actually get the win. So, looking at both teams' forms, how they've been playing, how are you viewing this City-Liverpool game on Sunday?
Look, as far as I know, I don't think Liverpool have beaten City. I don't think City have beaten Liverpool at Anfield for a while, if I'm correct. I know it's a different Liverpool. I know their defense is weakened, but I feel like they will still try and find a way with Klopp to find a spirit, some sort of motivation for the game specifically against City. I do feel like City are a much better team as of right now.
But on that point, because you're right about the whole Anfield thing, but in recent weeks, Liverpool have lost, Burnley have beaten them, and Brighton have beaten them at Anfield.
I get that, but this is a big one for Liverpool. This is psychological. This goes a long way for the season in the Premier League, for their season specifically, because if they can get a win tomorrow, they'll still be in the title fight, even though realistically, in my opinion, they're too far from it.
But see, because again, Jamal, Liverpool fan, undisputed, they've both said as Liverpool fans that win, lose or draw, that the title was gone when Van Dijk went down. So, and I think that, I believe
obviously they'd know better because they're fat. They watch Liverpool in and out more than I do. But I understand it's a big blow, but they still managed to pull it through, even like for a while. They're only starting to lose recently, if that makes sense.
So are you riding? So for this game, City win?
if I'm being honest, I think it's going to be a draw, and I don't want to sit on a fence, but I do honestly think it's going to be a draw. I don't think Liverpool will win, because if they do, I feel like that will be huge in Liverpool's respect. City can't afford to lose. With Man United's result today, they will have that extra motivation to go and win, if that makes sense. It's going to be I think it's going to be a very hard battle. But I'm going to go slightly. I'm going to go slightly City. Slightly.
Okay, wait. So, Steph, I think that you're a Spurs fan.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey. Meet that man. Okay, so, Steph, as you well know, I'm a big Uncle Mo guy and so forth. The Mourinho, do you think? Look at the losses and so forth. Is this down to Mourinho? Is this down to Levy? Or is this down to the players?
Because I'm I'm not quite young. I'm 21 now, but because when I started watching Spurs fully, in and out, every single week, I was 14. That was when Poch came in 2015. Since then, I know how Spurs can have played in their good times and how they do in their bad times, if that makes sense. Look, if what I believe, this is not Mourinho's fault, in my opinion. It's not, because he's only doing what he can do with the players he has in his hands. Now, yes, he's had more backing financially, transfer-wise, than Poch, but he still needs a bit more time, because it's a massive rebuild that needs to happen at Spurs.
Exactly. Because I want to go to other guys. So before I go to Jamal, I think, honestly speaking, that's Carabao Cup game. Do you actually believe somehow, some way, Mourinho will pull out a miracle and beat Pep in that final? Honestly speaking. Look,
if I'm being honest, as of right now, if they were to play right now, because I don't know how they're going to do in a month's time. Do you know what I mean? So as a form right now, obviously not. You can't say that Spurs have any chance of winning that final. I don't see a reason why Guardiola would let that final go or won't want to win it, because they want to win things as well. It's not just Spurs. But do you know what I really think about the Carabao Cup? And obviously, it's not going to sound great as a Spurs fan, but I had this conversation with someone in the YouTube comments once in your channel. If he does win the Carabao Cup and we don't qualify for the Champions League, which has been our aim for the past 5 years with Poch, does that make it a successful season?
Yes. Because Mourinho will say it like he did with I won a trophy. You had Pochettino for 4 years. You didn't win a trophy.
I understand trophies bring you prestige. Okay, I get that. But if you don't play, if you're not in the Champions League, right? First of all, you can't.
It's a tricky one.
It is, because
because
if you really analyze it, you can't attract big players into a team that don't play in the Champions League. United did, but that's United.
Because Steph's thing is complicated, because Mourinho's thing is trophy. We deliver them trophy. But I even said this. I said, can I call that a win? Because my thing about it is it the case of...
Yes, Spurs haven't won a trophy in a while, but...
Is it just like any trophy?
Yes.
No.
2008.
Can I ask a question? You start watching Spurs when you were 14, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So you
I'm
never.
not originally English. That's why I actually.
Hold on. Wait,
You never seen your team win silverware.
No, I actually haven't.
I
want to ask me a question. You're not English, are you, Steph?
No.
And you willingly chose Tottenham.
Look,
That looks easy. That looks relax.
I
That
didn't.
looks chill. That looks chill. Don't do that. That looks
You don't have a gun to your head or something.
It was due to family reasons.
Relax.
That's my thing. Actually, let me just hit this because I'm going through it. So, Lost Coachers, thanks for the job. Says HH, just admit Zad ain't never bowled in a seal.
Shouts out, Lost. Shouts out, Lost.
Okay. Can I just respond to Coach Neros? So, Coach Neros, technically you might be right. I need to check to be sure.
You
but
don't
you might
need to
be
check.
right.
He's right. He's right.
Okay, but I'll check to be sure. But in response to that, see, Coach Neros, my thing is this: give Hazard the teams that Cristiano had.
Isn't this team good enough to win a league?
No, it's not.
The Champions League. Against 10 men. Against 10 men PSG.
Let me laugh.
Can you zoom it? Gatlock, zoom it.
I'm not zooming anything.
Against 10 men.
If Hazard had the team that Cristiano had and Messi had, he would deliver you this stupid seal that you guys are so obsessed
I agree, because now there's a goal scorer in that team. Hazard is a playmaker. He's not a winger. I keep saying it. He's a playmaker. When you have Ronaldo who is in form, that is when the mistake Madrid made when Hazard was his peak. When you have Ronaldo, Di Maria, what's going to play a balling for him? That is when Hazard come in. The Galacticos era. That is when Hazard need to come in. Be a playmaker in that team. Actually make an assist, score goals. Ronaldo was in form there. So those kind of goals Ronaldo scored, that's why you need Hazard coming in and kind of making it, assisting for him and scoring goals. That's when Hazard is. This era is not needed at the moment.
Let's go back to this whole trophy thing now, because it's a tricky one. You see, so from what's read there, and maybe from what I think the consensus of the room is that if a club hasn't won a trophy in a long time, they should take the Carabao Cup seriously and they should celebrate it.
Yes.
But it's the Carabao Cup.
If Sweden win the Nations League, should they celebrate it?
The Nations League is bigger than the Carabao Cup. And also it's different because it's your country. When you're dealing with club, it's different. If you win anything for your country, that's a big, even if it's like Let's or the friendly tournament, it's your
like
country.
Ronaldo won the Nations League with Portugal as well.
And Messi won the Olympics.
Neymar won the Olympics.
For your country, it's a big deal. It's not a big deal for me. HH for World Cup thingy. That's what I need you to win. I need to do ball in the final.
Does it matter the size of the trophy?
Yes, it does. For me, it does.
Really?
Yeah, no.
It matters when it's been that long.
No. See, Eric, my thing is okay. Fair enough. It's been a long time, but have you seen what Tottenham Stadium looks like? A stadium that looks like that.
Trophyless stadium.
But it's about aspiring to a certain level.
But you can
You have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere.
The first deal he was with HH, I sure it wasn't the best thing. You have to start somewhere, dude. You got to start somewhere.
And also, that was why Ose was brought up to win the trophies. The reason Ose was brought up was to win them trophies. That was the reason he brought up.
Can I just
I don't
say
believe
something
Spurs fans genuinely believe that Jose Mourinho was brought in to play attractive football to compete for the title.
No. By all means.
That clearly cannot be what you guys genuinely thought you were going to get from this guy.
God forbid.
Sure.
We knew what we were getting when we got Mourinho in.
Yeah. An FA Cup gear, Carabao Cup gear, something competitive. It still needs Europa League, by the way.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to complain if we win a trophy and don't qualify for the Champions League or something like that. But the thing is, for me, is that it's all about progressing. So under Poch, we were getting in the top 4 year in, year out. We never really got to that title, I would say. We never really won. We didn't win the league under him. So the next step was to challenge, and the next step was to win a trophy. That didn't happen. Since that didn't happen, we regressed. So as we regressed, we sacked him, understandably so, I think, in my opinion, and we got Mourinho in with probably the aim of winning a trophy. But to me, that's just like giving up in a way in trying to progress into that bigger step. if that makes sense. Because what we wanted to do was we wanted to challenge for the league, and now I'm just saying under Poch what his mentality was. He just wanted to challenge for the big trophies.
Yeah,
now
true.
it does sound a bit silly when he's at a team that hasn't won even the so-called small trophies, but there was progression there. Do you know what I mean? There was something to build on, and since we regressed, it's now like when we got Mourinho, it's like us saying, okay, F it. We're going to bring in a manager and just go for any title whatsoever. It doesn't matter if we progress or not. Doesn't matter how we play. That's the aim. For me, that's not what I want, in my opinion.
That's what your owner wanted, though. That's what Daniel Levy wanted when he.
That's what most of our fans wanted.
It's short term. It's short term. It's very short
term. Because if you didn't want that for progress,
short term, but can it damage the future? It is short term, yes.
I don't think so. Maybe win a trophy and he leaves. That's it.
But
in many ways, in financial ways, in even in footballing ways, like in terms of attracting players, selling players. You know, players will want to leave if it doesn't go right.
They want to leave now because they don't have any trophies.
Okay, wait. Red Devil, this is something. Red Devil.
No, I was just saying. I just saying your point was that I get Steph's point, but then I think remember H was saying, like, it was HH or Eric was saying that how big was Spurs as a club in recent years anyway. So the reality, this is what the context I'm sort of saying. The reality is that okay, we all appreciate what Pochettino did with Spurs for 4 years, and he, with the youth academy, amongst other things, achieved more than Spurs did. Okay, and shout out to Harry Redknapp. He did a bit as well during his time, so it wasn't just all Pochettino. But the reality is that, like, it's not like this is a multiple Premier League title-winning side or a Champions League winning sort of final sort of side that has now gone under years of dipped form and now wants to revive itself, like a United or even an Arsenal to a certain extent. This is a Spurs team that has never really won any major themselves for, decades. So I don't think you can then say that when if Jose Mourinho wins this Carabao Cup, or if he goes and wins the Europa League, which I think would be a lot better because he's still in Europa League, you forget that. But if he just won the Carabao Cup or he won those trophies, the reality is for what Tottenham are and for what they've done recently, that has to be a huge success.
Yeah. And Red Devil.
Yeah, so
what was the first cup Manchester City won when they get their new owners?
It was the Carabao, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Carabao Cup.
Guys,
success, yes, it will be for sure because it's something that we haven't done for a while. But does it mean that when we've necessarily progressed further?
Guys,
yes.
Guys.
No, wait, quickly. See,
all right, hey, guys, peace out.
All right, peace out, Gatlo. See, my thing, Steph, it is still progress, not the required proper progress, but it is still winning a trophy. And I think, as much as I don't really care for the Carabao Cup, it's about getting into the habit of winning a competition.
Yeah.
And once you just get into the habit of winning a competition, like, boom, let's now win the FA Cup, win the Premier League. So it's just getting used to that winning mentality. Wait, before I come to you, and Speeder. So King and Mai, thanks for the dub. Random public service announcements. Alonso G's equal biggest fraud cover in sports. King Gabani, this is the harsh reality of the truth, and this is what I think people need to accept. Alonso left back is one of the worst players on the planet. Alonso at left wing back is pretty effective, and it's as simple as that. And I think that is what people realize. Don't you dare put him as left back or make him to defend. Put him as left wing back, give him less defensive responsibilities, and it's all good. So, guys, before we round up, because I need to do some late night editing, any final words from anyone?
I just have a quick about Tottenham not being successful if they win the League Cup. For Tottenham to win big trophies, here's a list of people who were alive when Tottenham last won the league. Martin Luther King, J.F. Kennedy, Mother Teresa, Gandhi, Picasso.
Dude,
I think we need to be realistic here, okay? I think a League Cup is a big result for them. Yeah, and that's all I have to say. Also, who else was alive?
No. You're done. You're done. Jamal, take over.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, first for my prediction, I said was gonna be 1-1, but you know what? F it, 3-1 Liverpool.
The reverse juju.
Yes, Jamal. Have hope, Jamal. Have
reverse
hope.
juju. I love it, man.
So you said Liverpool will win 3-1.
Yes.
Isn't that like a double reverse?
Is that a double? I think it's a double reverse.
Yeah, it's a double reverse.
Yeah. I think he's desperate.
Work?
He's desperate. So
okay, wait.
I want to change my prediction for Liverpool to Man City.
Mates, finish your food first, and then I'll come to you. so Jamal, why specifically do you want to change your prediction?
Because first I was saying, you know what, it might be a tie game, but after how you guys laughed at us and was getting on like we was a beat Spurs, I said, nah, man, I have to represent my boys. We have to do this. So 3-1 Liverpool. Salah, Mane for me.
Okay, so Abdullahi, round us up before we go off. Abdullahi, what do you want to say?
I'm changing my prediction for the Man City match. Revive psychology. Don't come at me, Catalog. 9-0 Man City.
Wow.
Guys, look, but on that note, guys, thank you very much, guys. We'll see you back here on Sunday for the CL Hangout from about 10:15 after the after the Barcelona Betis game. So we'll be on here around 10:15, 10:20 for the CL Hangout, guys. Peace out. Stay true, stay real, stay love. I'm out. Peace out.
Guys, don't forget, a 58-year-old Frank Ribery is still playing on the wing and still
But Xavi's systematic, man. Xavi's systematic.
Kylian Mbappe is not the black Milango black man. It's the black Mario Balotelli.
That makes no sense. Aloha, 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 aloha. It's your boy. It's your boy, man. So, guys, what do you say, man? What are you saying? What do you say, man? What's everyone saying, man? Get in those queues, guys. Get in those queues, guys. After credits gang, man. After credits gang, man. Look, let's hope Liverpool don't get touched, man. Let's hope and pray Liverpool don't get touched. Yusuf, man, this is called the late night after credits gang, man. After credits gang, man. These are for the hardcore dudes, man, who stay for that after. It doesn't always happen, but sometimes it does. Sometimes the after credits happen. So yeah. So I'll take some questions. See what you guys are saying. If Conte doesn't win Serie this season, will he leave or stay? if he doesn't win this Serie, I would kick him out. I think if he has any respect for himself, he should leave. But Conte is a weird one, man. It's like he always has beef with people. For me, I don't really care what he does or what he feels to do. I personally feel that he should leave. That if with this Inter team and the squad you have and the players you have, you don't win the freaking Serie this season, just out of his own dignity, he should leave. 100%, he should leave. With Ramos out, do you think Atlanta will beat Real? Oh, bro, we're going to talk on Sunday, bro. We're going to talk on Sunday. That's huge. Because there's no Hazard, no Ramos. Do you want to rely on Varane and Militao? That partnership against Muriel, Zapata, Ilicic, Hitboa. That Real Atlanta game, it's changed. It's changed because if no Ramos, okay, no Ramos, that is a huge loss. A huge loss. And if these guys lose to Atalanta, Lordy, Lord, man. Lordy, Lord, man. It could be bad, man. Zara, how long have you been watching the Football Hot for? Just how long have you been watching the Football Hot for? Please tell me, how long have you been watching it for? This channel was built on the pre-match analysis. See, so for me, just that it's been very hard doing so many things at once and so forth. So a lot of the pre-matches have not been able to be done. But my God, guys, you know me. This is what we wait for. The pre-match analysis for Champions League this is the bedrock of this whole thing. So for Euros, Champions League, World Cups, pre-match analysis, post-match analysis, this is what this thing is built on. It is what this thing is built on. Like, see, the only difference is I just think that it is just better for the post-match analysis to be live. Because I think the post-match analysis live, I think, is better interaction. But pre-match analysis, so the difference now is your pre-match analysis, you're going to get that with a meal. Probably with a meal, you're going to get that. But what you're also going to get, lineup preview. So an hour before the game, so an hour before I go on to, oh gosh, I can't wait. Lord in heaven, please. So now, before the game starts, lineup preview. Me invite you guys on lineup preview before I go onto Twitch to pretty much say what's also cost. And remember, if you are a member, a YouTube member, you will get these pre-match analysis before. Because so guys who are members, you get everything days before it goes on the channel. Those are the perks for being a member, as well as maybe some extra CL stuff for members. And of course, if you're a Patreon guy as well, I may do some extra things for the Patreon guys as well. So guys, the content crack is going to go insane. That's why I'm working so hard. You see, after now, I've got to finish editing. But of course, man, the pre-match analysis is going to be back, baby. You crazy? Coach, you're going to have to wait. But I have filmed Chelsea's and I've filmed Atletico's. I'll tell you that. And I'll give this tidbit. Atletico's so far is the longest one that I've done. So you're probably gonna like it. The Atletico's is the longest one that I've done. But I've filmed. Actually, let me see. I think I've got it here. So yeah, I've filmed Leipzig, Chelsea, Atletico. I've not no, but yeah, I still need to film those guys. But you'll see, it's a nice surprise. It's a nice surprise where these things are on the countdown, man. I need to watch more of Barca, but I've been hearing good stuff. That's why I want to try and make sure I watch the Betis game. So I want to try and tune into the Betis Barcelona game to try and look more at it. But from the few things that I've seen, I'm like, oh, interesting. And I think they've said that the dude has been highly touted. And I think if Barca can go into the CL with a proper defender, that will help. One of the main things that screwed up Barca in that 8-2, team was a mess, tactics were a mess. PK's past it, Longley is from the road, you know. So the defenders just are not really there anymore, man. Sunday, bro. Every Sunday is the CL Hangout. Saturday is general football hangouts. The Sunday is going to be dedicated to the Champions League. So Sunday focused mainly on the Champions League. Man. Bro, don't worry, it's coming back. It's all coming back. What we are building up to this whole thing. We are building up, bro. We are building up to this whole thing, man. We are building up, man. We're building up on this, man. Who do you think will replace Zidane if he leaves Real? Allegri. He's the only guy that makes sense. You know, when you just look at the field and so forth, Allegri is just the guy that makes sense. I think Nagelsmann is too young. Ten Hag is so much of like his system merchants. Valverde, no. Spalletti, no. Setien, hell no. It just seems like if Allegri, based on his CV, his resume, and Perez, who definitely focuses on winning rather than being a philosophy merchant, it's gonna be that one, man. So guys, look, man, let me do some editing. I need to still finish this year preview. So guys, peace out, stay true. Remember to like that video, remember to subscribe, and remember to check out how you can support your boy in the description links below, man. You know, if you want to support your boy, support the content crack, think about becoming a Patreon member, you know, because those guys give a good cut for your boy, man. So guys, peace out, stay true, stay real. One love, peace.